Hello everyone and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We've got to an awesome Twilight Princess any percent tournament match today. We've got a multicast for you today. We've got two matches at once, If one wasn't enough, we've got two. We've got TheRealSlothGod versus bewildebeest and Jacquaid versus Bruggles in one giant multicast stream. This should be an awesome stream, everyone. And commentating today, the pleasure of commentating today, we'll have Keem Keaton and JD. How are you two doing today?
Doing pretty good.
So, what can you two tell me about this race today?
Starting off with some of these runners, I know that Beast, Jacquaid, and Bruggles are all extremely good runners in the community. Slotha, he's on more of the newer side, but he's also done really good in these races, and he's been pushing out his PB. Jacquaid also does come from the HD community, so it's kind of cool to see an HD runner coming down here and playing SD for us today.
And we're going to have today Jacquaid versus Bruggles for their race, and TheRealSlothGod and bewildebeest against each other for that race. And we'll be able to see all four racers at once in action during this multicast.
It does look like bewildebeest missed the start a little bit, but I just want to say this, on my internal dash, I can see the stream delays and everything's fine there, so that looks like just a missed start.
It looks like both Beast and Slother started, and the other Jacquaid and Bruggles aren't yet. I'm guessing they might.
Oh, we might have a commentator desync there, so if you can just read out your pages quickly just to make sure. Might be one of the rare instances where the commentator page got desynced.
Looks to be okay on mine. I'm seeing everybody going already.
Alright.
Okay, I'm reloading mine right now.
Just making sure everything's fine.
Sloth and Jacquaid just barely got back in time.
Alright, yeah, mine's all good here.
And everybody seems to be using the safe back in time method. Should we explain that trick a little bit?
The safe back in time method, basically in normalized runs, we go for a much riskier version of it where we jump off the bridge with a side hop and try and use the item menu to get the right frames that we're able to do an easy reset by hitting X, start B in that order. But in here we have a literal guaranteed method where you can, if you're risky, you don't have to. You hit A and map at the same second, and that gives you a perfect frame for getting off. As you saw, they all go to that bridge and hang there. There's also another way you can do it where you unplug your controller and you can put it in while holding A and map to get it guaranteed.
And the trick is kind of crazy. It basically respawns you on the title screen of the game with control over Link. And you can actually make a save over that sequence, reload that save, and it puts you on. It puts you in Fair Woods with some of the equipment already, kind of early, and that's useful for the run because it also activates a few flags in the game that we'll be using in the run as well.
Yeah, it's needed for quite a lot of our run. It also gives us, as you guys clearly see, like it allows us to take the lantern immediately, and also gives us a sword and shield, a Hylian shield of that too. We'll be seeing throughout the whole rest of the race.
And all runners are running on the GameCube version.
From what Beast just started a little bit behind.
Yeah, might have been a possible slight off sync with the runners starting, but that's okay. Looks like they're all still pretty close.
Yeah, going through this section, so it looks pretty easy. Everyone's doing the fairly same stuff. Typically though, there's a lot of lag this area that you'll get, and it can make perfect rolling and getting our perfect rolls much harder than it seems. So it's quite impressive to see a lot of these runners just zooming on through. A lot of us get tons of practice here though, so.
For sure. Yeah, with day one skipped, day one of Orden, we're just going to be going straight to saving Talo from the cage. And Luckily, we get the sword with the back in time glitch to help us do that really quickly.
We won't really see any big differences between the runs for a little bit here. It's gonna start. We're gonna have to start. Well, the first two major ones we're gonna see are RNG between goats and bow, which will probably be where we see a bit of the run starting to shift in where they are. And unfortunately, we are not HD. We don't. Jacquaid won't be Boko pushing today.
No Boko pushing, unfortunately.
I think that brings a smile to his face, though. You know, I feel like to get away from that trick is pretty nice.
So we're gonna start seeing some goat herding, and goat herding is very fun for this run. Everybody loves it. There's a little bit of RNG involved as well.
The next two segments definitely give a smile to everyone's face. And yes, there will soon be the dreaded pushing of Hugo. The one enemy that we actually do have to push over into a certain spot.
It will be cool to see if all runners manage to get that one first try here.
It's understandable if it's missed, but you know, like it's hopefully we get to see him not have to struggle on him too much. He can definitely be a pain at times.
It's definitely one of the hardest ones in the game.
I know many people don't like that. Hugo tends to be the reason why a lot of people don't want to pick up this run. Oh no, what happened to Sloth? He had a rampant goat come after him.
Oh, he probably, ooh. I didn't actually quite catch it because I'm looking at 4 screens, but, yeah, that's no fun. That's never fun.
Yeah, that is not very fun. Did Jacquaid stream drop for you?
I'm seeing that as well. He did mention that he's getting some internet issues right now, so that might be part of it.
Hopefully we get to see a stream come up here soon. Yeah, rip Jacquaid.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I hope he comes back. He's probably still racing for sure. We just won't be able to see the feed until his internet comes back on.
Did Beast literally like catch up to everyone apparently? Like in that goats? Beast just like kind of, he was looking a little bit behind from everyone, and then it seems like he's pretty much caught up with everyone.
Yeah, goats can do that for sure. Or they can you know break the run at the beginning. They can make or break it.
We have an
You could either get a 20-second goats or a 41.
Yeah,
looks like Jacquaid's coming back.
Oh, he's here. Oh, he's actually the person. That's kind of crazy. We have the person taking our lead literally just like pop back in.
Definitely spliced.
Jacquaid out here live streaming slices. Everyone's second favorite segment of the whole entire run, getting to push this man off in sumo wrestling. Jacquaid already leaving it. That's pretty impressive. So that means that he got an extremely good first phase and a decent second phase too.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Jacquaid is ahead in time right now too. That's very good.
Yep, got the iron boots at about 33. 7:33. Not a bad time. I'm gonna refresh here.
Yeah, I might end up doing the same too real quick.
Okay, I think that helped me out a bit.
I tipped myself the refresh too after Jacquaid got dropped there. All right,
Sloth's getting the boost now.
Yeah, Sloth seemed like he had a bit of trouble with Bo. From what I saw, he was getting pushed around a little bit by him. And Bruggles had just a wee bit of trouble too. So we're about to be introduced to our main mechanic, or one of the main mechanics of the game, where, you know, of course, Link turns into a into a wolf, and that's one of the main selling points for this game when it was coming out. We also just saw all of our runners save at Bo's house, which is specifically needed for another trick that you guys are going to be seeing here down in the future.
It is not possible to beat the Gorons in sumo wrestling without the boots. Or I guess the Goron. Singular.
Oh, that's a cage break from Jacquaid. Or a box break, there we go. Let's see how many people do get box break here.
Oh, Bruggles just barely missed it.
Oh, that's quite a shame for Bruggles.
That poor
you
frame.
Have Beast getting in though. Yeah, that poor one frame. I wonder, maybe we'll get 3 out of 4. Oh, Slav was also close.
So for this segment, it's not going to be too much to talk about either. We're just going to be running through the sewer segment and just kind of making some movement as Wolf Link.
There's little small things each runner will do that you'll see from different levels of runners do for their movement in here, but many of us are very similar. A small trick that'll be coming up is called tech skip. And we'll be seeing how many runners are going to be getting that. It's quite a little bit of a precise trick that we're going to be seeing everyone go for. It's free time if you get it. So, oh, Beast, he's killing that extra little extra shadow guy. Do you know what those little enemies are called?
I just call them dirty rags.
They just swim around, they attack us.
So here, Jacquaid looks like he jumped a little too far to the left to get the skip.
Oh,
actually no,
right.
no,
he
got
actually
it.
got it. That
like
is crazy.
Not
maybe
bad,
that's
just by a hair.
Maybe that has something to do with the fact that he jumped from the right side. Maybe that's why he actually was able. I believe Beast did get it. Both Beast and Bruggles, or did Bruggles get caught by attacks? I cannot tell. I know Beast got it. Shadow Vermin. Thank you, Prince. Oh, Slav gets caught on it, but he still gets it. As long as you miss the text box, as long as you don't miss the being able to activate Minda, it's not too bad.
Yeah, and there are also Minda tech skips that you can get by pressing A on a single frame before she goes to the location that Link's going to jump to. You can jump to her instantly rather than waiting for her to get there if you get that frame, which saves around a second or so each time. Beast also just got another kind of Minda tech skip where he did a jump attack out of a cutscene before it actually happened. And I think there's one more in the game that's like that for any percent.
It's right by the... It's right when we're climbing up Zora, right?
Yep. Right after the Kargarok flight.
Yep. Jacquaid's still having a good, decent lead here, but no one is far behind. Everyone's pretty condensed to each other.
He just finished a castle.
Yep.
Now we're going to see Sword and Shield skip.
Everyone's favorite trick. We got to watch everyone's favorite main man Hugo out here. Will he bless the run, or will he help you lose tons of time?
I will be rooting for everybody to get it first try. And if not, that's understandable because being in a race can make you nervous, and being nervous can make you fail tricks more.
This trick is quite frustrating, and many people this is actually a big reset point for many people. Newer runners, this is probably one of the hardest tricks to get down.
Once you do practice it enough and get to the point where you have a good understanding of where Hugo needs to be and the positioning and everything like that, it's not too bad. But it's definitely a learning curve to go through to figure out the trick.
That seems to be the the track with this game. A lot of the tricks all seem to be like really big learning curves, extremely hard for newer players to get down. But once you're able to get used to them, they become quite easier. Other ones like that are like what's it called? Pillar clip is really like that. Ruby roll. Many of the tricks all have that. Yeah, picking up rubies. Beast is sitting at 5 rubies already. Coming out of this. Oh, that is one person getting Hugo. Good job.
Good GG to Jacquaid, nice.
Let's hope to see all of our runners get this. It feels so much better just getting through this trick in a race setting. And
All right,
that is
Beast just
Beast,
got it.
and that is Bruggles. This
Let's
is a trick
go, dude.
that Beast can sometimes struggle with. He B attacks there and gets hit by the mid attacks, but that's okay.
Okay, yeah, Sloth hit the text, but he still has a chance. He has not technically failed. Let's see this happen. I want to see everyone get it. Ah,
that is rough. So that
he hit Hugo a
hopefully
little
he
too
gets on
hard.
his next try. I think he was holding an analog direction there, which is why.
Now, Keaton, was your console the one that had the crash error here when reloading?
Oh yes. This is where my Laserdisc reader died on my Wii. Oh, he jumped too
That's
early.
really unfortunate.
Thank you, Hazel. Yeah, it's okay though. We have another Wii that works, so
That'll do it. Glad you got it fixed. That's all that matters.
yeah, it was quite nice. My opponent Kit was willing to. I mean, this community is kind of all in the same headspace of very respectable people who want to like have a good race, you know. So Kit, of course, was like, hey, he came to me actually and asked like if we could do a rematch.
Looks like Jacquaid and Bruggles are already past the Beasts, and now Beast 2. Beasts,
Yeah,
not funny.
And Beast is getting through the Beast.
But they're on their way to early Master Sword right now, as Sloth tries to continue getting Sword and Shield skip here.
I think that pain means that he might be spoiling that he's about to miss a Hugo here. Yeah, unfortunate.
Looks like that second jump attack just needed to be delayed a little more.
Beast is very active in his own life, so he's not able to practice as many runs, so this is definitely a trick coming back to is very unfun to get down. You need to have some pretty Sloth, there we go, my bad. Not Beast. But Sloth typically isn't able to run as often, and this trick definitely is not fun without being very warmed up to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Jacquaid just kind of zooming through this Twilight section. We got Bruggles and Beast following quite the same path here. Third tries the charm True Basil. Let's hope. Cross our fingers for our boy Sloth. So here's a big trick that can lose or save people a decent amount of time. Jacquaid's entering EMS, one of our very precise tricks that we do. Where what you'll see all runners doing is they're looking for a specific swing and a good angle in order to get this. Jacquaid ends up missing it, but he did have right swing there.
Yeah, he had good timing, but probably the wrong angle or positioning, it looked like.
Yeah, oh, and Beast gets it first try immediately going out there, and then Jacquaid follows up by getting it right after.
Oh, they're just about neck and neck right now.
Yeah, they are.
Bruggles is going for it again. Yeah, this trick is all about...
Gets it.
Yeah, it looks like he got it too just now. EMS is an interesting one. It requires being at the right spot in relation to the Shadow Beast, and also timing with his swing when you release the jump and what angle you're facing the wall at. So basically, those three are the main things that you have to keep in mind while doing it.
It's in all of the pieces. All of the pieces separately, they aren't that bad, but putting them all together is where the challenge of EMS comes in.
I still think Sword and Shield skip's probably harder.
Definitely, I will agree with you on that one. Hugo is very unfun, and you can definitely spam EMS way more than you can spam Hugo. EMS, I think I don't know how much time an EMS fail takes, but it is definitely a lot less than Hugo.
And I don't know if it was mentioned, but it looks like Sloth failed it once it. He's
Ooh, that is. Now he's gonna be on his 5th try for.
his 5th try. I don't know if you can hear us, Sloth, but dude, you got this, man. You're the man.
You got this. We believe in you, man. Don't give up and keep going on. EMS Gizzy. Basil, I am in the same headspace as you, but I think definitely the learning curve for Hugo definitely takes a bit more on that side of it.
Definitely don't underestimate EMS though. It's still definitely hard and takes practice to figure out.
EMS eats up my time. I know that for sure.
But failing it is for sure more forgiving, unless you accidentally kill all 3 Shadow Beasts. If you accidentally kill all 3, your run's over.
then you hit the restart in the console. That's how you handle that.
Yep.
Indeed, Bob. This game is quite insane. You're gonna be seeing a lot more interesting tricks coming up. This game is pretty much a gauntlet of tricks in the beginning of it. Definitely, Beast taking a little bit of a lead, I believe. I'm checking their times. Yeah, in timer.
Looks like it.
Respect to the timer, I believe. He has probably a. Give me a second. Maybe a 10-second lead right now is where Beast is at.
I'm gonna refresh.
Let's go, Sloth. Sloth has his Hugo. He is going through here. It's time to start. It's time to start making back some time. Sloth.
Oh man, right when I But GG Sloth, you're awesome.
Beast having a fun time with the little puppets. This phase, after you get EMS, the run, literally all of them are gonna pretty much match each other. Very, very similar movement. Everyone's kind of gonna be going for this very consistent movement and very similar strats. Nothing should be too different from each other. And we're gonna be getting our first bathroom break of the run real soon.
Yes.
And no to answer your question. Died. Oh no. Probably low off of HP from Hugo's.
Yeah, and then he got hit by the Shadow Beast, like I think. I didn't quite catch it, but I saw the game over.
No, the thing to note is too, Wolf Link actually takes more damage than normal Link. So definitely being in these Wolf sections, you can take way more damage than you would as a regular human. I know Wolf Link's fall damage is doubled from what human Link can take.
That is true, and that is actually a dangerous thing to consider at one point in the run, or actually a couple.
Yeah, we have some sections where you specifically need to be careful because of Wolf Link's damage. Being too low of HP on certain tricks can be quite scary, and a lot of our tricks need certain HPs to work correctly. You can't enter things like Ruby Roll with 1 HP because because Link will have a different animation which will make you fail the trick. All right, so Beast the first one grabbing the Master Sword, Jacquaid following up, and then Bruggles following up right after. Actually, there's probably like a 7 to 8 second difference between Jacquaid and Bruggles. Beast is definitely ahead by still, I believe, 10 seconds on Jacquaid. A little bit less than 10. It's probably 8 or 7 in reality. Sloth is catching up, going through the first the hop sections with Minda.
Yeah, he's on his way there.
Hopefully he has a good time. Let's hope he gets a good try on EMS and is able to get through that pretty quickly.
Absolutely. And having the Master Sword this early in the game is huge, especially for the run. It allows you to transform and warp all this early in the game, so you can do anything basically.
The game ends up being in a little bit of a unique state though, since we've grabbed the Master Sword early. The game certainly has some different quirks that it has that it normally wouldn't. Luckily though, we're able to avoid most of them. I know 100% isn't as lucky. and they have to do some interesting stuff to make sure they avoid having the game rather soft lock or have many other problems happen.
Yeah, luckily the Hundo route is definitely better than it used to be with early Master Sword involved. They've found some ways to make it better.
Oh no,
Oh, no,
Sloth,
no,
get
no, no,
hit!
no, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That is rough. That might be the kiss of death for Sloth's run.
He's not quitting.
He is not quitting.
Boys,
Sloth,
he's not quitting.
Sloth, that takes a heart. That takes an ironclad heart right there to keep
Bro,
going.
I would have quit there.
That would break. You just got Hugo, and then you're gonna have to go back through the gauntlet of Hugo again. We believe in you, buddy. Keep this run going. We want to see you
What a
get to the
lad. What a freaking lad.
I know very few people in this community who would be able to just keep a mental and keep going. So many people would have just been done.
I would have been done like way earlier.
Most people after the second try Hugo would have left the room and said, "All right, DQ."
But this lad right here, he's not a quitter.
Yeah, Sloth is definitely an amazing person we have in our community, and he's showing it. He will not give up here. Beast about to go through a fun section. Purple
yes.
Very
Lantern
interesting.
swings.
You can lose quite a bit of time here if you end up messing this up and getting voided out.
Looks like Beast is taking the safe way and doing 3 swings instead of 2.
Beast is definitely taking the safer way, and that's something definitely switching. I used to play on Emu where there's no lag, and basically this trick ends up being a lot harder. That purple mist. So we said how it lags here prior, right? When going through the early game, the amount of lag that we deal with going through purple mist on when there's purple mist is insane. It's quite hard to get these really good rolls. So I want to see the different kinds of force spit we'll see here. Many people, there are a good amount of setups that people do for purple mist, or not purple mist, but force spit.
Yeah, force back in time.
Hopefully we see all players saving, because that's the worst way to have a run die.
I have forgotten to do that before. It's not fun.
I think many people can say they have forgotten the save here.
Yes, you have to save here so that you can come back to the file after leaving it for back in time. Definitely.
Okay, we've got Beast getting out of save. Good. There is a different version of it where you are able to save in your back in time. Sloth and Sewer, unfortunately, they killed Shadow Beast and went back to Bow. But they're coming back. They're keeping a strong head and they're gonna keep going. Sloth messes up on his first try. Ooh, Sloth takes 2 really bad force bits there.
Sloth is in the sewers right now.
Jacquaid and Bruggles or I meant Beast. I am mixing up Beast and Sloth's name. My bad. Thank you for correcting me there.
No, it's okay.
I'm watching Beast and I say Sloth. Sloth has got me too hyped up. I've got Sloth on the mind.
Oh, you're fine, man. No worries.
Beast getting that 3rd try force bit, if I recall.
That does happen. I had a PB before. That was 2nd try.
Definitely a trick that is not as forgiving as people think it is.
So what the back in time trick does here is activates a flag in the game basically that allows all 4 monkeys to be saved from the start by default. So basically we can just go straight to the boomerang and the monkeys will be there and ready to swing us over to the mini boss. And since we don't have the slingshot here, there's no way of shooting the spiders and killing them, so we're using the rocks dropped by the Dekubabas to actually throw at them and kill them with.
We see Bruggles actually not going for the... Did Bruggles not go for the kill on the other spider? I believe they're just going for the climb up.
And it looks like he got it. That takes good luck. Sometimes a spider might be facing you and give you a hard time.
The spider can definitely be quite a pain in the run. Beast also just going straight for it. Not needing to kill the spider. Spider just ignored Beast, said, nah, you're good. Keep going.
Said this is your time to shine.
As we see, everyone's gonna be walking through here, and you're gonna see 4 monkeys spawn as they open the door. Instead of having the 1 monkey, we're gonna have 4, and that's because of the trick that we do, force back in time, to allow us to get this. We're gonna see its effects one other time in the run, which will be up in a little while. Oh, so now we have another fun little section of RNG. It's not too bad, but it's called Ook Hops. See how many times he likes to bounce around.
Yes, that's always fun. Minimum times hill hop is 2 times. That's the best possible RNG. Looks like Jacquaid just got the perfect RNG. So
Jacquaid just
awesome.
got 2. He was like, "Hey, you want to see it?" Heard the commentators. He's like, "Yeah, I'll show you 2 hops." Bruggles, I think, just got a 5 or 6.
This monkey can hop an infinite amount of times if you want to get technical about it, but the odds of that happening are just
instrumentally low. I think I've seen the max one ever get was like 14, something like that, which is still crazy how that can happen. Didn't catch how many hops Beast had, but yeah, technically we also have a section right at the end of the game with Zelda and how many times she can cycle through her different moves and keep you locked in RNG.
Now we got Sloth giving Hugo another shot.
Beast had 2. All right, we got two ooks. That's pretty rare. That's pretty nice to see.
Overall, that's pretty great RNG.
That is. Bruggles being the one with 6, which isn't too bad. 6 is definitely not the greatest, but not that bad. What's the most ook cycle recorded? The most I've heard is 14. I do not know if that's the highest amount.
I feel like I've heard of 17, maybe even somewhere in the 20s, but I could be remembering wrong.
There could be. I don't know the highest Zelda either. Isn't there also a record on that one?
That might... wait. I think that's 14.
That one is 14. Alright.
I think. Honestly, I would have to check. 15. Yeah, that would suck.
Highest Zelda's 15. Oh man, imagine losing. Imagine losing that much time to Zelda.
That's easily like a few minutes.
Thank you, Basil, for informing us. Sloth missing Hugo. Hopefully he gets it on this try and can keep his run going. Definitely, it sucks to see someone have to go through this trouble of early game and then have to go through it again.
Hey, just don't soft lock at King Bulman 3, okay?
That's all we care about. That is important. Alright, so Jacquaid going for, is he doing, yeah, he is not. He is just going to walk up and try to get this force escape really quickly. Oh, he ends up hitting the minute texture.
You walked a little too far.
There is a setup where you can roll, backflip twice, and you should be in position. As long as you didn't go too far. Perfect, and he gets that back up there. Bruggles...
So I guess to explain that trick a little bit, because we haven't either done Fair and Twilight or completed Forest Temple, those are 2 requirements that you have to meet for Midna to allow you to go to Hyrule Field. Otherwise, she just tells you to turn back because you hit a trigger where she pops up and is like, hey, go away. Or don't go there. So we used the boomerang to do a trick called a long jump attack, or an LJA, that allows you to jump really far, and you can jump over the trigger with that.
Alright, let's see which of our runners get hayed, or which of them don't.
Yeah, we're going to be using that same trick to skip the mailman trigger here. No, not backward long jump.
No, we're doing a thing called an LJA. An LJA and can give us many different results that allow us to hop over triggers or different things that we do in this game. We'll use it quite often in the run. It's probably one of the things we abuse the most in the run, actually.
Yeah, you can jump incredibly far. And it only works on GameCube. I don't remember if you mentioned that already or not.
It works on... Wait, doesn't it also work on Wii U?
Oh, it does work on HD.
Yeah,
not
it's
the Wii version.
HD. Wii is unique. The reason why it does not work on Wii is because of you can't pull out the sword while the boomerang's out because you have to swing it with the Wii remote. And it makes you swing automatically, which cancels your U-targeting. So... Did Bruggles just get GB? Was that just a GB right there?
He did get it, yes.
That is very good. So right here, after the Shadow Beast fight, you have a 1-framer where you're able to jump down and void out and skip having to get teleported back by Midna. This saves a considerable amount of time in runs.
Saves about a minute, yep.
And
It
we
looks
see
like Beast
both
got it as well.
Beast and Bruggles getting it. Jacquaid's going to be doing the other route where now he's probably going to go pick up the claw. He's going to go do pillar clip and pick up the claw shot. On Wii,
For those runners who got
Gorge
Void,
it's not the swing of the sword on Wii. It's the usage of the motion controls. It breaks the target. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Pokey, for correcting me there.
these two runners on the right now are doing rupee roll, which is also considered one of the harder tricks in the early game segment. Basically, you can do an LJA with the boomerang onto that fence, and this wouldn't be possible without that rupee cutscene, which is why we use the rupee. And basically, it allows Link's animation to roll over the fence, and then you can get over here and do that LJA that Beast just did to the other side.
Perfect. We just saw a good example of an LJA, and we also just saw Beast. But two of our runners get it, and Gorge Boy. That's very good to see in a run. Sloth unfortunately missing Hugo again. Yeah, that is the. If you want to see the power of the long jump attack, definitely Gorge Void is probably one of our cooler areas where we get to use it. What you're gonna go see them do is after they kill these Shadow Beasts too, they have to go back out towards that bridge to hit the meta trigger, because if you don't, it messes up with warping in the future, I believe. You won't be allowed to warp later because of Minda, because she needs to actually hit this bridge.
So the order of things you do in the route kind of switches up a bit depending on whether you get Gorge Void or not. Since Jacquaid didn't get it, he's going to Lanayru now instead of after getting the Kakariko Warp Portal. So we just saw him do a cool clip through the Lanayru gate as a wolf. Basically, he just was able to side hop straight through it. And now he's in Lake Hylia early as a human, and he's going to be doing a difficult trick here called Pillar Clip. And that's going to allow us to get into Lake Bed Temple early.
Alright, so this is another difficult trick. This clipping through this pillar, it is quite another one of those tricks that just takes a big learning curve. Seasoned runners are able to get it quite often, but for newer runners, this is definitely one of the things that scares many people off from this game. And Jacquaid getting it first try, good job. That was actually a really quick clip too. Was that an instant?
I didn't catch it.
I'm pretty sure that was an insta clip. That was extremely quick from Jacquaid.
I think I did see an instant one, actually, so that is pretty great.
Sloth still trugging along. You know, he is collecting a fair amount of rubies, though. Like, not gonna lie, like, he might be able to skip quite a lot of the rubies than AG. The one cool thing that you can actually see runners do is, depending on some of the tricks that you do or don't do, you're able to actually just keep your ruby count going higher, which allows us to avoid certain rubies in one of the later dungeons of the game called Arbor's Grounds. We may see him choose to use that because he has quite a high amount of rubies.
Or he's able to just keep getting them. Bruggles and bewildebeest are on their way to Lake Bed. And Jacquaid is in Lake Bed right now. And it might seem like Jacquaid is ahead here, but since he didn't get Gorge Void, he is going to have to do some backtracking after this to get to Kakariko, while the other guys already have the Kakariko portal and will just be able to go straight there.
Yes, Basil. I may be a bit of a fan of CDI. And maybe you guys should come back when you're a little richer.
Rope? Bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend.
I love how out of nowhere that meme became something super popular again.
Decided to, call it, but massive respects to this man for continuing.
The fact he has put in so much effort, that is just the will that is just really strong will of him to actually have the perseverance to keep going for this. Many people wouldn't. Many people would have probably left the room angry, already. And he is trying to keep a straight face and keeps on pushing through with this.
Ooh, Bruggles and bewildebeest both just failed pillar clip at the same time.
Is Bruggles doing an LJA here to get back over there?
So what he's doing there is he's lining up for the backup strat.
Oh, there's a lineup for the backup shot?
Yes, there is. Unless you want to just do like setup lists again. But it would
Okay.
probably be a little different than starting from the default point.
Yeah, it definitely is. What you end up doing is, because I do setup lists, you kind of swim more over to the right and you kind of you pan the camera, kind of like how Beast is doing. You point it a certain way and you're able to get a decent setup there.
So it's kind of funny, actually. Both Bruggles and bewildebeest, the two guys who got Gorge Void, failed pillar clip. So everyone's going to be a little more even now.
I mean, actually, yeah, probably with Jacquaid, they're probably quite close to each other.
This will be interesting to see.
And same Basil. Pillar clip was made to be setup-less. I do not know if Beast gets it. Oh no, Beast ends up stepping on the pillar. That's super unfortunate.
Oh, the poor lad.
Sloth gets Sloth. Hey, let's go over him real quick. Sloth ends up getting Hugo, and he keeps on going. This man is trucking on through. Unbreakable will.
Good job, Sloth. That's awesome, dude.
That is quite terrifying to see, though. That is horrible to end up seeing on Beast's side.
This will
Hey,
effectively
the
put
ending-
Beast into 3rd place.
Yeah, more than likely. That's where he's gonna end up being. I think Jacquaid might end up coming out of here with the lead. I don't know exactly, but we'll be able to tell in a little bit. Once they start Elden, we'll be able to tell really easily.
Now, during this trip to Lake Bed, we're not going to be completing the dungeon quite yet. We will later, but right now we're just after the claw shot. So we saw Jacquaid do it just now. He's going to fight. Bruggles is about to fight Deku Toad, and there's a strategy for that boss when you don't have bombs to one cycle the fight, and you can do that with the Master Sword with 10 precisely timed sword slashes.
I don't know if Beast is gonna get this clip here. Oh my! He waits it out and gets it. That's amazing to see. The very forgiving thing about pillar clip is if you're early, you're able to wait it out, and you will a good amount of time. You will just eventually clip through.
That is actually how I normally do it, but I'm gonna try and figure out how to do it faster each time more.
You can definitely end up losing a lot of time to waiting there. Depending on how early you are, it can definitely lose you tons of time. I do not know if any is. Are we watching Bruggles do the new route for Lake Bed? Did he just walk? I think we just saw we're catching a glimpse of someone doing the different route here. I don't believe I watched him do the LJAs. He's killing the. Yep.
And I do see that Sloth is collecting bugs. He is killing bugs here.
I wonder why.
Probably a slightly adjusted route. I bet he plans to complete Fair and Twilight.
I don't think so. He is a nose. I thought he was a nosy GV router, just like the rest. I've done a couple of races with him. I'm pretty sure he is. Is that bite route?
It could be.
It could be. He could be deciding to switch as we speak.
Because if I remember correctly, the bite route does do the bugs here.
Yeah.
Then he's going to come back after getting Master Sword to collect the ones that have exploded, and they'll just be sitting there waiting for him on his way back.
Is there a specific reason why they complete Force or Pharaon? I have actually never seen bite route.
I don't know if I can quite remember, actually. I've never really done that route.
It's probably the one I have the least experience with. I could tell you more about ZA. Bite route. Oh my goodness. Simi coming in here. He in bite route. He was called here. They need a save file and cleared Pharaon. Alright.
And another thing to mention is we also collect Uku during Lake Bed so that we can come back later. It won't be possible to do Pillar Clip again after the water in Lake Hylia is brought back to its normal level. The reason Pillar Clip is possible is because the water level is so low during Twilight.
We also saw. I know we didn't mention it too much, but we did just see Jacquaid do a really good job. He got Kagrok clip over there, got out. I couldn't tell which setup he used for killing the enemy on the Kagrok. I don't know which kill he did, but he definitely got that Kag clip and was zooming on through. Save file to load KB1 fight and get to Elden Twilight, right? I'm interested to see if this is bite route. That will be really interesting to actually see. This will be probably one of the first times I get to see this route done.
Yeah, for sure. The benefit to doing bite route is for only a small amount of time loss. I think it's like, I'm trying to remember exactly how much the time difference is, but you don't have to worry about doing Gorge Void, basically.
Oh, that sounds actually pretty nice. I know, do you have to do, I'm guessing you don't have to do Ruby Roar either, it gets rid of it?
Let me check, actually. I can look.
Yeah, he might be worried about missing GV.
Which is understandable. GV is a frustrating trick. Because
Does get rid
just
of,
missing one frame can break the run.
I think specifically he is trying to get rid of Ruby Roar right now. That is the reason why he's rerouting. I'm pretty sure he is not a big fan of Ruby Roar either.
So it's about 5 to 15 seconds slower than the optimal route. So that's actually not too big. It's decently quick.
It's probably a lot safer too. The
And
only thing I would say on the only thing I would say about the second difference is it's probably not as optimized as the current route that the other 3 runners are doing, which it may lose more time because of that. Well, we just saw Bruggles do the Kag. We saw him kill the enemy on the Kagarok by going underwater and drowning him, which allows us to skip second phase of the fight and a bit of like a mini cutscene that we watched there of him falling off. It is really hard to say who is ahead right now on Bruggles and Jacquaid. Jacquaid still needs to go do Ruby Roll and Jacquaid still needs to do Ruby Roll and get the Shadow Beast. Bruggles needs to climb up Zora's Domain and then kill the Shadow Beast there, warp over to Elden. Or Kakariko Village. Beast got EMS by the way, and Beast is doing the Skull Kid fight.
We see that Bruggles is currently clipped out and just finished the Kagarok flight. Beast right now is doing the trick that allows you to kill the Kagarok rider early by drowning him in the water.
He scared me for a second. I thought he was about to get grabbed.
Yeah, that is definitely scary. If the Kagarok grabs you there, then the game just buzz crashes. If the rider dies at the same time.
I think there is a way where you can soft reset immediately if you know you're about to get it. Like you can go for an insta reset, and it
you can make it in time.
Using more, but if not, it's a full console reset. And yeah, this run's looking like it might be down to the wire. It looks like Jacquaid and Bruggles are about to meet up at Kakariko here soon.
Oh yeah, they're getting close.
If you fail reset, you lose like 3 minutes. Yeah,
I think that Jacquaid is.
Ooh, he missed. I'm guessing he didn't collect the 10 rubies, so you're instead of soft resetting. So what we need is to save the ruby text box. The ruby text box is what allows us to stand on the the fence after doing the LJA up there, and that's how we were able to get a roll input and then slide off onto the other side. If you pick up the ruby, then typically we will end up soft resetting unless you have the backup. But the backup is a bit more RNG, depending on which ruby you get.
Oh, Jacquaid, I don't know if that's too low or not. Let's see if it works. Oh, he missed it just barely. The target was just a little too low. Bruggles will definitely have some time on Jacquaid here.
Hopefully he can get backup. That's the correct ruby. That is the correct ruby. He can definitely catch this up here.
The backup is pretty nice to know. I actually don't know it.
It is quite unique. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to get the ruby. Yeah, no, he didn't get the targets correctly. Targeting that blue ruby makes it extremely hard to actually be able to collect it up there. I think there's a way where you can kind of position it based on where you throw your boomerang to make it so that's easier to get it. But definitely, if he just targeting that blue ruby made it so that it was almost impossible for him to get it. We wish Basil would come on and commentate. That would be pretty. It would be pretty cool to see her commentate one of these races.
So Bruggles is doing the Elden Twilight segment now, so he's going to be collecting all the bugs during this. There's a strategy in this cellar part that he tried going for that allows you to kill all 3 bugs in one go, but it looks like he did the positioning a little bit wrong, and as a result, he couldn't kill them all at once.
Gotcha, Basil. My apologies. Okay, Jacquaid getting through Ruby Roll now. We see Beast has collected Vessel too. He's not too. He's a little. I think he's probably maybe a minute behind of Bruggles. Bruggles is actually zooming on through this run. What is his PB? His PB is a 302. I think he's ahead as we speak in his actual run right now. So that is.
I
really
think he
cool
actually has a sub 3 time. I think he might be comparing to a different thing.
Oh, he might be.
On his
All right,
timer
all right.
there. Bruggles' PB is 258.49.
Oh, a 258. So I don't think he's on PB. He's not on P. You asked him. Bruggles' PB is a 256. I asked him recently. Is what someone in chat's saying right now. But yeah, I think what the information you had is right. So he's not on PB pace, but you never know. He's still staying pretty close to his time.
Yeah, he's overall not doing too bad. He just failed Pillar Clip once. I think that's the biggest thing for him.
And we have Jacquaid getting he's gone over Ruby Roll, and now he's going on through. So right now we definitely see it's going to be Bruggles followed by Beast and then Jacquaid in going for this run right here. We have, funnily enough, we have Sloth actually showcasing a different route that we don't see too often, which is pretty interesting. He's finishing collecting up the tiers, I believe. I don't know how much. Oh no, he is just on the starting side of it. I forgot if the house is the end or the beginning. I think most of the bugs are pre-killed though from when he was running over for EMS.
Yeah, so he'll just be able to collect them really quick. Bruggles is on his way to the bomb house. Now there's going to be a cool skip here that Bruggles does that skips the sequence where you cause the bomb house to explode and get the tears after that. And you'll see what it looks like here in just a second. It's kind of neat.
I wonder if we have any Wolf Bomb House people over here. I think most of these people aren't going to be doing Wolf Bomb House. But we will see.
Yeah, wolf. You could do it as either a human or a wolf. Human involves an LJA. The wolf method is a little bit faster if you can be quick about it.
It is also much more precise though.
Yes, for sure.
Wolf, to answer your question, Sloth ended up killing the Shadow Beast at EMS, and having them redo Hugo after some failed attempts at Hugo. So he kept going. He's got a strong will and has kept going on through here.
So Bruggles just did a bomb house skip. As you can see, the house just entirely disappeared into thin air, and the tears were already there waiting for him. So that's kind of cool.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, nice double blue rupee there with the side hop.
That is really good. Yeah, that is extremely good. And I was about to say Bruggles seems like he's a little bit lower on money, but he's definitely just like, he kind of just like fixed that immediately. Alright, Sloth about to, or I mean, Beast is about to go and do Bomb House Skip with an LJA. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's a Wolf Bomb Houser.
We'll see if Jacquaid does it. He's just about there as well.
The difficulty.
Oh wait, no, I thought he was going in the wrong loading zone. I got it mixed up.
The difficulty of Wolf is compared to the LJA on Human is much higher. Is extremely hard comparatively.
Yeah, it requires a lot more lining up and stuff. Now Bruggles is already at Death Mountain, collecting the last few tiers there. Sloth just made it to Forest Temple and is going to be doing Forest Back in Time there, I think.
Bruggles has quite a good what's it called? He's quite a good run going here. Only having that one failed pillar clip, he's had pretty good movement and is going kind of soaring on through this run. We'll definitely see a lot of spots where runners are going to be able to make up time though. All right. 2 out of 4 Bomb House skips. Let's see. Jacquaid, will you be joining the Bomb House skip?
The answer is yes. Actually, it's not done yet.
It's not done yet. You can't mess up this X part. Also, quick shout out Sloth. Good job on that forest spit.
Nice job, Sloth. Sloth's going to be getting the boomerang soon.
Bruggles with a 56 completion on Elden. Or Elden Vessel. Very good.
Yep, soon Bruggles is going to be moving on to doing the Lanayru Twilight. They're pretty close to being back-to-back. He's getting the Lanayru Vessel next, and that segment doesn't have too much to discuss either. It's basically just 10 or so minutes of collecting bugs and tiers.
You have a great day, QSC. And Mayhem, to answer your question, most of us would probably agree with the idea that early game is probably some of the hardest stuff in this game. It's hard to be very consistent at the early game from how many different tricks we all have to do. Not to mention we are literally met with RNG what's at the 5-6 minute mark always, which consistency is quite hard to be on in terms of that too. The early game is definitely quite a bit of a struggle, and runners definitely takes the cake as the hardest part of the run.
The early half for sure, absolutely. The later half is definitely a little bit more linear and solid and smooth riding, but it does have a couple of tricks, especially for higher up runs, faster runs. Some runners might go for some tricks that do exist in the later half that are very hard, like Death Sword Skip, for example.
Death Sword Skip, but there are a lot of tricks that there's very consistent ways that don't lose much time from each other, that make it very consistent, and a lot of late game ends up being just movement intensive and making sure you're keeping up good movement and good playstyle. It's much easier to practice a late game and make it polished out than to have a very consistent early game. Also, Mayhem, to answer you, Goats and Bow are the two segments that are pretty RNG intensive, and that's right at the early of the game. It can force some resets out of a lot of people. If you drown and die. We have seen runners though. We have seen runners be able to claim good times with a death to Morpheal though. So Morpheal doesn't decide your run fully. You can definitely still make some mistakes on Morph and still have a good run. You see Jacquaid wrapping up Elden Vessel. Bruggles just zooming on through Lanayru Vessel. all of these runners are kind of going to do a similar path. After Elden Vessel, they go up to Goron Mountain, transform the human, get the rock, and then, or the big rock, to unfreeze Zora's domain. And no, the world record is 254.09, right? Yes,
Yep.
there we go. Thank you, Basil, for the confirm on that. I had it memorized too. That's pretty good. Done on the German version of the game, which saves, I believe, around 6 seconds from the English version, if I recall that correctly too.
That is right. Yep, about 5.6, I think. All because the Goron bomb bag text is skippable on German for some reason.
Yes, Mayhem, we are both different. We are both runners at very different levels. Almost mix that up. I'm a fresher face. I think, JD, haven't you been in the community for a good amount of time?
Since 2014.
Okay, yeah, that is you've got quite a lot of years on your belt there for this game. Has it been interesting to get to watch this game change and grow, like the different things? Like, yeah, I know we've not had crazy major skips really happen, but a lot of the small optimizations that have come out throughout the years, and seeing people push this time down.
It's always exciting, yeah. Absolutely.
Ooh,
It's been fun to be a part of all that.
We see Bruggles do a very hard technique, which is the waterfall side hop there. That is actually a quite difficult trick, and he got it first try. It saves you a it saves you a decent amount of time. It's not crazy, but it is definitely considerable time that you get back. Do you know the time that might, or the amount of time you save going for that, JD?
Several seconds. That is the best I can give.
I don't think it's anything around 10, but it's probably a decent amount of seconds.
Yeah. But it's a super cool trick, and in my opinion, it's not the hardest thing ever if you just know when to time the A press and if you have a cue for it. There are several frames where you can side hop out of that waterfall, and you don't want to side hop on the earliest frame, so mashing is a no-go. You have to time the A press, but basically any frame after those first 1 or 2 will be safe and it will work for you.
And Mayhem, we have a very open community that has always wanted to help new runners get in. So if you wish to pick up TP, you will find that there's tons of help, tons of people that give you guides, different information to help you ease your way into this game. It is quite a big wall, or quite a big hill to climb to just even be able to run the game, but it's definitely worth it. It's extremely fun.
Yeah, the community is awesome.
If there's a big, even when I first came in, there's the first word of advice I heard from the world record holder himself, Case Master, or as most of us call him, Audie, was play this game for its amazing community. It truly is pretty amazing, the people that we have in here.
Yeah, so if any of you guys are interested at all in running this game and are looking for advice on that, feel free to join the Discord, and we'd be happy to help out in any way.
How long has he hold world record? I believe it's over a year now, right? Or is it close to? I can go check that.
8 months.
8 months, so it's close to a year.
I just had the leaderboard open on my other screen here.
you're ahead of me right now. Big
Actually,
wall,
the same amount of time I've had my PB. That's crazy.
Oh wow. There's probably a lot more bigger walls than just Hugo. This whole game is a bit of a big wall, and a pretty big learning curve overall. Hugo's just probably one of the first. Hugo's probably just one of those. I think the big thing is that Hugo's probably that first wall everyone hits. You know, Hugo's that first little wall that you got to get over, and then you get to find out, oh, Ruby Roll's here. Oh, there's also Pillar Clip. A lot of them become much easier with time and practice, though. They are definitely things you can grind down to make very, very good.
I do appreciate, though, how the run's hardest tricks are all at the beginning, so you kind of get the worst over with first. I think it definitely helps with run mentality.
It definitely makes the rest of the run feel a lot better, and a lot of people calm down after they're out of the early game. I don't know about you, JD, but whenever we get past Morpheal, I know it's a sigh of relief. I'm like, man, I get to play the very fun part of the game.
I think I'm just tense the whole time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I definitely know how, like, I guess especially at a sub 3 level, you can lose lots of time to just about anything, even if it's after Morpheal. But when it comes to really hard tricks, yeah, definitely nice to be done with Morpheal and have the rest of the run to yourself. Definitely good not to underestimate trying to optimize your movement in the later game and make less mistakes, because that can affect it just as much.
I've heard a lot of people say if you work on your late game, you can polish up your early game that way. Movement in late game is much tighter and is much more movement intensive. And to answer your question, Link, it is Bruggles, I believe, is currently still in the lead by a decent amount. He's got a fairly good lead. I believe maybe around a minute. I don't know if that's exact, but he's got a decent amount of time. Second place followed up by Beast, and then third right now Jacquaid, and then Sloth doing a different route, who is in fourth, but he is still chugging along.
We're about to see Sloth go for pillar clip here.
Crossing our fingers for our boy Sloth. Let's see a good pillar clip, buddy.
Yes.
He's coming at it with a bit of an interesting angle, but he slides in there. Oh, I think he's golden. I think he just needs to wait it out, and I think Sloth will have this right now. Yeah, and he's in. All right, Sloth, good luck on the pumping.
My man, he made it.
Let's go, Sloth. First try on that. Good job, buddy. So we're seeing Bruggles about to be on the final boss of this he had a little bit of a moment to howl. The final boss of the Lenevru Twilight. So the main bug. Which has a couple cool tricks here. We're gonna see if Bruggles actually shows it off. Uh-oh. Do you want to explain, JD, some of the what we do with the camera here for this trick?
Yeah, sure. So standing at the edge of the board after finishing off a cycle is going to manipulate where he starts circling around you, basically. And that'll allow him to circle around at a point where it'll be fastest for him to come towards you. I think that's the best way for me to explain it. And then once he starts coming towards you, you can do a couple back hops to place yourself in the right position, so when he stops his electricity thing, I guess, he's at the perfect place for you to jump attack onto him right before he starts flying away from you. So you can actually grab onto him before he gets away and do the next cycle really quickly like that. And then here... Oh, Bruggles actually missed it, but for the final hit, you can actually walk yourself while holding B to the corner of his body, and by doing so, once you release B, it'll just go straight to the kill cutscene and skip the part where Link hops back and forth across the bug.
Someone asked, Mayhem asked, what's our PBs? You shoot first, JD.
My PB is 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Very, very, very impressive time. Sub 3 is quite... Anything that is under a sub 3 is very impressive in this community, and it's quite a monumental step in speedrunning this game if you get anything under a sub 3. And then hitting lower is just really, really incredible. I'm extremely new. When I was running on Emu, my PB is like a 230. is like a 236, but recently moving the console, there's a lot more lag and things that I need to get adjusted to. I think right now my PB is like 341. My sum of best is much lower, but I just need to get it all in one round.
You got a 236 with emulator?
Yes, or not 236, no, 336. Oh my goodness,
Oh.
did I say 2? Did I say 2?
I was like, whoa, are the saves really that fast? The loading screens?
No,
That's
no,
nuts.
100% not. No, but so 336 on EMU and then 341 on console.
Nice, dude. Yeah, very good time for how long have you been around for?
That 341 is my third run ever.
That's honestly pretty good for having a third run.
The first run or the 336 is my first run actually. So it's I had a really good early game and then I have not had one since. So
Well, good job.
thank you.
You'll get that PB again, I'm sure.
We see Beast just getting done with the Lineru section. Let me see. He's about to be, yeah, he's gonna be like right under a 3 or a 1 or a 110 there. I wanna be able to kind of sync up time. So he's definitely a bit ahead of Jacquaid by a good amount.
I guess I can explain this part here real quick. What Bruggles is doing here is going to Upper Zora River, and he's going to offer to help Isa out with her river problem. And she's going to give us a lent bomb bag, and this bomb bag is temporary. Basically, we just need it to, destroy the boulders blocking the river flow. But instead of helping her, we're just going to take the lent bomb bag and steal it using Uku. Then after that, we encounter another issue because we need water bombs, not normal bombs. So once we Uku out and take the lent bomb bag with us, it'll take us to lake bed, and there's a conveniently placed pool of water right there for us to just drop all of these normal bombs into. And then we can, with the conveniently placed chest right there, we can replace them all with water bombs.
I also want to state something real quick. I don't know if you see it, JD, but there's a really interesting like L target with a claw shot to deposit the bombs that I've been seeing a couple people do. Typically, most runners, as you're seeing Bruggles do right now, just spam X and A. It's really easy. But there's a weird claw shot method where you're able to like instantly drop the bombs, and L target and claw shot that drop them very, very quickly. It doesn't save you too much time, but it's quite a lot harder than the way that most people are going to be doing it here. Have you seen that at all, JD?
I do know about that, yeah. It's definitely a little harder to do consistently, especially like 30 times over and over again.
Oh yeah. So it's a bit.
But
of a
it is a few
workout
seconds faster. I think that might have been how SVA did it.
I know person named, I know Dean in the community does it. I don't know many of the other people who do it right now.
I just do the normal way with dropping the bombs by spamming X.
SVA, thank you D3 for giving us. Yeah, it's SVA who also does it.
SVA is just a lad.
Yeah, he is. So now what we're going to be seeing is we're going to be seeing Bruggles using the water bombs that we got. So there's a few interesting conditions that come with the Isa bomb bag. The Isa bomb bag cannot be taken into boss fights, and if you die, it goes away. It's returned to Isa. So what we're doing is we were emptying out the bag just so that we can go grab this bag, which is a real one that won't go away going into a boss fight. He's going to be doing an interesting trick called Rocket Link, where if you force unequip the iron boots when taking in the animation of Link taking in a bomb, you can get two different effects. If you, after the bomb is out and if you immediately hit A, you are able to immediately rocket up, which is where Rocket Link comes up. And then if you wait, you're able to swim with the bomb, and it allows you to, when you release the bomb, refills your air. This is a trick that you'll be seeing all of these runners doing here in the future during one of the boss fights. Yeah, Bruggles just did an extremely pog strat. Oh my goodness, Bruggles, that was beautiful.
I kind of want to learn that now.
That looks so cool. What did we just watch, JD? That was...
Yeah, that is indeed the Pog strat, and I love it. It is a little bit faster.
So right now you're about to see our first instance of a glitch called map glitch. We basically we take out our controller, we hold, just like I said with the easy bit, or the first bit where there's an extremely safe version. It's extremely safe. You take out your controller, you hold map and Z at the same time, plug it back in, and you warp away. So you go to select to warp away in the minimap, and then what you can do is Minute will cancel her own warping you away, which will take away all the loading zones of the area, if I recall correctly. That's how it works. That allows us to not get voided out by this like snowy area out here without having the set. Though we're gonna have to end up howling in a statue so that we don't soft lock the game by going into the hole.
And let me tell you, that Howling Stone, it is a miracle that it just happens to be right there where we need it.
If it didn't, the amount of time, or I think this whole route would be completely different. Like,
there are a lot of things about this route that are just a miracle that they work. Lots
mean,
of convenient things that help us out.
Technically, the game and how it runs alone is kind of a miracle. The fact
If you don't use the Howling Stone here, since you have map glitch active, digging into the cave right up ahead there just soft locks your game. It'll crash it. Well, not crash it, but yeah, it'll put you into an endless cutscene. Yeah,
you're pretty much digging with Wolf Link, and there's no load zone from the go in, so he just hides in his hole. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" He doesn't come out for spring.
He just hibernates in there.
Yep. So we're seeing Beast entering. He's about to go do map glitch. You're about to see it if you want to see what I was saying. So we go out, zoom out, open up map, teleport, Minute cancels it. That's how it works. Extremely easy and that's probably the most beginner friendly trick in our whole entire run. Period.
And one of the most important ones.
Used twice for very, very big time saves. I think this one's very, very critical, or the most critical of them all.
Definitely one of the biggest time saves in the entire run. Being able to get to Snow Peak early with map glitch is absolutely massive. The map glitch we use in Arbiters, or sorry, right before Arbiters, is helpful as well, but doesn't save nearly as much time as this one does.
No, this one was a route defining trick. That's how big this one that we're watching these two right now. How big of a difference it is. Also,
I'd say this, along with Early City in the Sky and Early Master Sword, are probably the three biggest sequence breaks, the most route defining ones in the game.
Also, we're about to go see Beast be the Sloth be the first one to go claim Ending Blow. This is a required trick or a required skill that we have to learn in the game. Though some boss fights we just get it for free, but unfortunately in the Ganon boss fight we need to have been taught it by the I don't know what they call this person. There's theories that this is like Link from MM or like the descendant of the hero, but basically he teaches us a trick called Ending Blow, which is needed to actually be able to complete the game. And don't we soft lock if we don't get it at the final boss fight?
That is right. If you don't get the Ending Blow, some runners have forgotten it before. It's kind of funny when that happens, but if you don't get the Ending Blow, you can get all the way to the end up until Ganondorf, and once Ganondorf is on the ground and you're ready to do the finishing blow to him, you can't. The option won't be there.
How crazy that in fights like Morpheal, like it just gives it to us. But then, you know, for this one,
exactly. I know, it's weird.
Now the developers knew they wanted us to always be able to stab Morpheal with that final blow.
It could maybe have something to do with the fact that Ganondorf is like a more traditional looking enemy that you could do Ending Blow to.
Morpheal is definitely
a massive beast.
Morpheal is definitely in that weird condition of where they're just like a whole different unit in the game. You know what I mean? It's a giant monster. We're using a claw shot to just like get onto it, right? And
yeah,
so
Morpheal's just built different.
The weird thing is that you can also just kill Morpheal with like the normal B attacks. You don't even need Ending Blow. We're watching Sloth die here.
That's part of the bite route.
Okay. I was like, I know this is intentional. I just don't know why it's intentional.
Yeah, we do a death warp, which actually I don't think we do that anywhere else in at normal 80%.
No, I don't believe we do ever.
And right now, Bruggles is going through Snow Peak Ruins, and we're going to be seeing a lot of normal bomb drops here. So he's going to be dropping all these bombs for the purpose of, once again, replacing them with water bombs later. And we're just kind of we're going to be cruising our way through Snow Peak here. He's going to get a small key using a super cool double long jump attack trick here.
Oh, that was good reaction time. I will give that to Bruggles. That was very smart. So that
Very good
boomerang,
call, not going there.
the boomerang, see, if you guys saw there, and the second time it went out of bounds, that's how we get the LJA. It's when the conditions for us to get the long jump attack. It being inbounds, he would have missed it and voided out. But he was, what's really good is you'll see a lot of good runners do is they're able to react depending on if it goes in or out of bounds. There's another place in the game called Palace, or the Palace of Twilight, where it's going to be vital for people to actually watch that.
I saw Wildebeest do some pretty sick jumps on a mountainside just now.
Yeah, that was crazy. What is he? His snowboarding here is quite unique.
The Mad Lad.
I know it's like, I know you can jump on the mountain here over to the left. Like you're pretty good to like jump pretty high up on it, right? Which I think we're gonna see him do a little bit of.
And doing that
Bruggles
without
in.
bonking definitely requires being careful. If you bonk while snowboarding, that's a big time loss because you won't be able to build that speed up again if you're on flat ground.
As you see, so we have a bit of a difference right now. I don't know if he intentionally did this. I didn't check if Jacquaid intentionally went and killed the Watchers there, but as you see, he has no more snowstorm. We just watched both Beast and Bruggles go through that snowboarding section during the snowstorm, and that's triggered by killing the Watchers. We do a thing where we skip over them with an LJA to get into the zone of where we get caught in the cutscene of what's his name, Yeto. But if you kill them, all the snowstorm goes away and you're able to just snowboard regularly. But without it, you were kind of doing a thing called blind snowboarding, as many people call it.
Ooh, Pog Strat right here. Looks like Beast got it.
That is hype, Beast.
Second time I've seen a runner do that. I think that was recently one that came out. Or at least came out for consistency, like runners actually doing it.
So I know the backup was something that people would do when you had too low of HP. Is what they'll do is the inverse way, right, jumping back. But it's interesting to see runners do it that way. Going
Yeah,
there,
for sure.
do that same LJA. What is Sloth doing? Sloth is doing a different route. Right now, I think he's gonna one cycle King Bulman, right? Isn't this what it is, where you turn around? Oh no, he gets knocked off and dies.
Shoot, man. We know our boy's not gonna quit though. He's gonna keep going.
Is that consistent for you all? Zachway, who are you asking? I don't think you're Beast.
I think he's asking Beast about the LJA.
I wonder if it is. He kind of approached it with pretty high confidence there, so it looks like he kind of knew what it looked like he knew what he was doing and got it immediately.
And Beast just did a sick trick there with Dark Hammer. He was able to kill him much more quickly by putting a bomb near his tail. And that bomb is able to deal some extra damage.
Bruggles almost made a really close mistake there. So it's lucky he got the backup there, but he missed the first. So he got the LJA, but his bomb missed the pillar, and dropping that pillar allows us to get up here to get the water bombs. If he had missed it a second time, he was out of bombs and wouldn't have been able to drop the pillar. There is an emergency water bomb chest that we can go get, but it's definitely out of the way. It's very good to see that he didn't. If you're wondering why we all go to Snow Peak, by the way, it's because we need the ball and chain in order to do a fight later on in the game. It's literally required for one fight. Alright, we're seeing Bruggles do a trick called... That is so cool. So I can explain. I don't know if you know much about the linear reroute or how people do it. I call it the linear reroute, but it's just the route that like is newer, and it's basically they instead of doing this LJA, fancy LJA that most runners do, as you've seen Beast and I believe Jacquaid both do, he just walked, which saves time overall in the run. It's only by a few seconds, but then they have to do a different boss key setup, and as you saw there, he very similar getting on there, or it's different getting on there, but then you do the same 3 backflips, spin attack, all of that, or it's you fall down, backflip, spin attack, 3 backflips, but what they also add in is the iron boots, mini bat or back hop once, and then they can just shuffle down into the boss fight there. It's really cool.
Now we're going to see Bruggles fight Morpheal here without Zora armor. In order to keep your air meter full of air, there's a glitch you can do with water bombs. Like Keaton explained earlier with Rocket Link, the other effect besides rocketing to the surface is that it refills your air meter. As long as you don't... Ooh, he got the grab there just barely. Almost looked like he missed it. But anyways, as long as you don't press A to release the bomb too quickly, you won't rocket to the surface, but instead you'll stay where you are along with your air meter being refilled. So you're going to see Bruggles doing that here for a bit as he gets the 3 cycles in on Morpheal.
A quick second, as you just to explain, as you probably just saw Beast there, he was doing a different way to get into that boss key. Very similar in the middle parts of it, but definitely like the beginning, they do an LJA and then side hops to get to where they need to be, and then they will they'll just walk right to get in the boss fight. And good job on Bruggles. That's a 2-bomb, correct?
Yeah.
Great job, Bruggles. That's very, very good. Getting a 2-bomb is enough to save time on Zora armor route. 1 bomb is definitely the best way to save time on it, but 2 bomb is ideally very, very good and very, very safe.
1 bomb is quite difficult and requires good RNG, mostly RNG.
Yeah, it's mainly RNG, and then understanding a bit of how Morpheal works themselves. Uh-oh. This eye's trying to run away from Beast. Uh-oh, not a... This is quite terrifying for Beast.
Refill,
right now.
Beast, refill air, refill air.
I don't think he knows. He's gonna die instantly. I think he might have messed up. Oh!
He rocketed. Oh, shoot.
He rocketed. I have no clue if you're able to survive this right now.
He may be able to sink down and land on a pillar and refill there.
I think if he was able to put on iron boots again, he could, but I think that's an F. Can we get some F in chats for Beast too? That might just be a straight death.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Pillar save? You can do it. Is there a save here? Basil, I don't know. They say there may be a save here. Oh my goodness. You were quite high up, Beast. Beast,
Not close enough to any of the pillars too. Yeah, he's gone.
I think he has to pump over to one of the highest pillars in order to save it. Oh no, that is rough. He didn't know the backup. Yo, Zach Basil, where are you pulling out this backup? Is it to land on a pillar and then refresh your air and then try to go and then hook on the Morpheal, I'm guessing? Or clash out onto Morph? Unfortunately, so he only lost a bomb, which isn't too bad. There's a backup here if he knows how to do it. I've done it in a run. I've seen it how Braino do it. I'm kind of interested now. I kind of want to see how this goes.
Looks like we're gonna get to see the Vine clip here.
Oh,
this is kind of a backup.
This is a very good backup here.
And he made it. Now we're gonna be able to clip into Morpheal's loading zone from underneath.
This actually saves quite a bit of time if you get the backup here after dying. This is really, really good. Good job, Beast, knowing that. Did he void out before hitting the loading zone?
I think he did.
I think he just barely voided out.
That's interesting.
Before hitting... I don't know much about this trick, so I could not tell you it.
You have to hit a certain spot up there that's actually the loading zone for Morpheal.
F for Beast, that blows that he just got that. Hopefully he gets it on the rebound here. Jacquaid's gonna be taking the lead on him.
Got the first.
Okay, I think he got it. Yeah, okay. I think he's in there now.
Yep, we're good.
Cool. He's doing Vine Clip. Just learned this yesterday. It's a really interesting clip, and it's a good backup. If you get it on first try, it definitely saves much. It saves a lot of time. And the Vine Clip, it's pretty impressive to see it. Knowing different backups for this game is very impressive. There are so many ways to back up, like after missing strats or missing certain things. Hopefully we see him get out of this fight soon. We have Jacquaid over here doing the fight too, and Sloth is still Sloth is going through Elden Vessel right now. At the tail end side of it too.
Yeah, just entering Death Mountain, looks like. Bruggles is going through the Midness Desperate Hour segment and sneaking past these guys.
These ropes can be a little bit mean here sometimes.
Yeah, ropes in this game in general are pretty dumb.
Ropes in Zelda do not work. They are not fun to deal with. And indeed, Bruggles is moving on along in this race. He's doing very, very good. So we have Jacquaid over there. Morpheal is done. We definitely see Beast taken out. That's a weird camera angle. Hopefully we see Beast get through this more fight second try so that he's able to catch up and get some of his time back. So he gets the grab there. All he needs is a green. I don't know if he's intentionally doing this camera. Like, I've never seen someone intentionally do this camera. Have you, JD?
Like the far out, zoomed out camera view?
Yeah, the zoomed out camera. Yeah, that's interesting.
I actually do that myself. It kind of helps you to see Morpheal's head a little bit better, like the way that she's turning it and the way her head bobs up and down.
So we have Beast. Beast has got a 2-bomb, by the way. So I think is that 2 bombs all across the board? I can't recall how many Jacquaid had there.
I don't know if I know either.
But I definitely know that two of our runners here definitely got a good 2-bomb. 2-bomb is very, very good, especially in a race setting. 2-bomb is ideally what you're going for because 1-bomb
It's
usually
the standard.
One bomb in a race is kind of pretty rare, and usually you'll see a lot of people who go for it end up dying.
Going for 1-bomb in a race is crazy.
Truly, it's very unsafe. It relies on a lot of RNG too.
Luckily, you can kind of tell if you should go for 1-bomb based on how much air you have when you land on Morpheal for the first time.
Isn't it? If the bar hasn't shown up as your claw like gets the eye, you're good to go for 1-bomb, right? I believe that's how most people tell.
It's around there, yeah. Or like when you land on her, you can make it if the bar has just shown up. But generally, if it's less than that, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to be chancing it too much. We're seeing Bruggles do 1 cycle and MDH right here. So we call it MDH. It's called Midness Desperate Hour, where we're gonna go to Zelda so that we can. The game's gonna go into a different state now, where Hyrule is gonna be blocked off by a barrier, which is why we gotta go kill Zant now too. But this is pretty much where the game just becomes, after these Morpheal fights here, the game becomes just movement intensive. It's all about your good and precise movement going through the rest of this game. I wonder if we're going to see any cat glitches here. I wonder if we got any cat glitches. Do you know about the cat camera glitch, JD?
Yeah, so basically if you do a neutral B attack coming back from the door after being kicked out, you can activate the cutscene with the cat at just the right spot and angle that the camera angle changes, and it causes the cutscene to be a couple seconds faster. Looks like Jacquaid didn't quite go for it.
Jacquaid, I think he was holding analog there on that jump. I don't think he was. You're supposed to hold neutral on the B attack. It's a dash into neutral B attack there, and that's how you end up getting it.
Yeah, you just stop moving and then go for a B attack at the right spot. Pretty precise.
It is very precise, but the nice thing is that it's free to go for every single round. You pretty much lose no time just going for it, you know?
Exactly.
Probably one of the more fun time saves that I feel, isn't it very recent? This was kind of like people started picking this up?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright,
There have
well,
been a
now
lot of things being picked up lately.
Yeah, there's been a lot. We have Zach over here reintroducing everyone to the idea of the ruby route where you skip the red chest and arbiters. There was also Zach Strat. I'm trying to think of what else is, well, you know, the snow peak thing, but the earliest snow peak, which will probably only be done by Tasses for all we know right now, if so.
And the Pog strat for getting to Snow Peak from the top of Zora's Domain as a human. There's also the Pog strat for LJA to the small key during Snow Peak Ruins.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of things. That's probably not even half of it.
It's been quite interesting. Being a newer person in this community, we've seen quite a lot of changes. Stop please. Okay, there we go. Scared me for a second. If you teleport away too, you need to have the tier go into you need to pulse blue. Once you're blue, you're good to go. But if you leave, teleport, or like go into a loading zone, you will not actually collect the tier, and so you need to wait that out. He almost left right before, but he caught himself right there. That's really good.
Bruggles on his way now to the desert. Just finished Minas Desperate Hour. He's going to get the memo from Aru here, and then he's going to take off to the desert and go to Arbiters.
The good thing is we have a lot of our racers very close in time. We definitely see Beast, Jacquaid, and Bruggles all relatively. There's definitely a decent gap between Bruggles and the rest of them, but definitely Beast and Jacquaid are still very close to each other.
Yeah, we still never know what might happen.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing late game define this.
And plus Zelda.
Yeah, and plus Zelda. I think Bruggles is actually on an extremely good run right now. In like the grand scheme of it, like it's a very, very good run. The only thing that's in here that I've seen him really miss was a pillar clip fail. One.
Yeah, just about.
And if I'm checking his splits right now, I think he got a. This might be a gold in his old splits, so I don't know if it's gold on new ones. But it looks like he got a gold over in Snow Peak, or entering Snow Peak. It's good to see anyone get golds or get close to PB in races. It's really good to see. Oh no, Jacquaid got shot by the arrow there. I don't think he's going to be able to make a first cycle. I don't know if he typically goes for it, but this bridge cycle...
That will cost about 3 seconds if you don't make it for the early win cycle. But the dumb thing is, even if you do make it on time for it, the physics of the bridge that you land on can really mess you up. All sorts of things can happen. I've seen people, including myself, phase entirely through the bridge like it doesn't exist. Sometimes Link lands on it and then trips or rolls to the other side. I've landed on that bridge, and then for some reason Link decided to turn to the right instead of left. It's a weird bridge.
It's okay. Don't forget they spent a good amount of time giving Gates 22 unique animations, but you know that bridge doesn't really work correctly in any case.
No, sir.
And Beast is probably going for this one cycle right now. How many of those animations were bro tripping? Who knows? Too many. It's weird. I feel like so much of our community calls it bro tripping when Link or Wolfling just trips over something. Oh, funny bonk happens on the top of that house too, or top of the rooftops here.
But he did get the win cycle, so that's pretty cool.
Yep. We see. Oh, that was really good, Bruggles. Oh my goodness, that was a very fast wolf. So there's two ways you can do that clip there through that fence gate thing there. Going through the corner there in Human Link, most people find it easier, but it's much faster to go through Wolf Link because of its Wolf Link has a much higher speed in these areas. It's good to see that he got that immediately. A lot of people can actually lose time struggling to get through that little area there with Wolf Link, but he got it immediately.
Now, we saw Bruggles do map glitch again just now. This is the other time you see it in the run. And you'll get to see what happens here. But it will essentially skip the entire part with going through the Bulman camp and getting the small key to fight King Bulman. And we're at King Bulman.
Funny thing about this fight, if you die here, you soft like the game.
I would know.
You see Bruggles is like, I want to keep my run alive real quick. He took his time. He was like, I missed a spin attack, I'll wait it out.
Yeah, King Bulman here, he does 3 hearts of damage. So if you don't get a heart container from Lakebed, then he will one-shot you, guaranteed. And that will soft lock your run if you did map glitch. Because if you get a game over during map glitch and try hitting retry, you'll be stuck there forever.
Yep, so the quickest way to fix that after having that fail is you go back to your last save file, which I believe is all the way back at Snow Peak? Snow Peak, I'm pretty sure. Which is, I believe, around... I can't remember how much time it is exactly, but it's quite a lot of time loss.
I think if he hits you and you die, but before you get up so that the death animation starts, you could probably pause and save, but I'm trying to remember.
Are you maybe able to get a one-framer out there? If you could save and quit, and that would actually be incredible.
Yeah, like before Link gets up and actually dies after getting up.
The funny thing with this game, there's pretty much a bunch of one-framers everywhere scattered in this game, where like right before cutscenes play, right before something happens, you're able to just get these insane one-framers. We'll actually do a couple in the runs that you'll see, like when we skip Minda's tag, stuff like that. These really precise movements that can save you some time, and we do it everywhere. But that's actually could be a cool idea to introduce to the community. I wonder if it's something that could be done. Alright, Bruggles getting through the first room of AG. This room can be a little bit of a jerk to deal with. But he gets through it just fine. We have legitimately Beast and Jacquaid are very, very close to each other. I think in terms of the timer, they're even more close. Yeah. So I think Beast is a little bit behind on timer. Bruggles just has quite a strong lead going out here.
I just realized that Bruggles' timer looks a lot like mine.
I wonder if Bruggles is able to PB this. I don't know. I don't know what he's able to do here. I don't think it PB. I wonder if he's able to get sub 3 here still in this run. I don't know what time save he has left in the current splits that he has, you know what I mean? It'd be interesting to see him get a good sub 3 during this race, though.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat.
Sub 3 is already an extremely hard challenge. Getting in a race setting is also quite a big achievement to get.
A good way to know if he's on sub 3 pace will be if he gets either a 58 or 59 time finishing Arbiters.
All right, thank you for that. I'll check out when. Well, I guess we'll both probably be looking. Oh, he gets that. So right there, he does a trick called Poe 1 skip. You don't actually have to kill the first Poe. If you do it, we do this LJA and we actually technically go kill the final Poe. Is this the final Poe? First, I believe that's the one that we.
Normally, it would be the final one. Yeah, the next one he's doing. The game starts counting how many Poes you've killed once you get the Poe scent. So if you get the Poe scent from a different Poe than the first one, and then kill the other 3, the game calls it a day. and then it opens the thing for you.
And yes, in Case's last race against Chris or G3, he did get a 56, and he did also goal Palace of Twilight in that run too. Both runners that day had an incredible run. So the Jacquaid and Beast going through the desert here. Remember though, no matter what, if Bruggles is ahead of Beast by the end of it, so we're seeing the human setup over here too. Beast is going for the human clip through. No matter what though, even if Bruggles beats or wins in the whole entire thing, it's Bruggles versus Sloth and or I mean it's Beast versus Sloth and Bruggles versus Jacquaid. So those are the two race opponents. So it's only who ends up on top and those two.
I know, right? With all 4 screens up, it's easy to forget that it's, you know, 2 individual races and not that they're like all going against each other.
Imagine if it was a 4 knockout race. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, were you around for the big 100% race that ZSR had?
No, I was not for this game.
Yeah, for this game. It was like last year, but the majority of runners forfeited during it.
Was it just like a huge race, like where everyone was included in it?
Yeah, it was a ton of people. So many people that they actually had to rotate between people's screens to have 4 at a time on the stream.
Oh wow, that sounds really fun though.
It was fun.
King Bulman, please. I love that emote, Prince. If only we had that. It's I believe it's a BTTV emote of King Bulman just like in his death animation, like swinging around. So we have literally Jacquaid and Beast like a cutscene apart now. I think we're slowly seeing Beast claw back time on Jacquaid in movement right now.
That is true. Oh, and we just got to see Sloth do Mailman Skip on the Castletown Bridge.
I have no clue what's going on Beast screen. I'm gonna be honest here. Is he going for Zora armor?
Yeah, I think he's getting Zora armor.
Did anything happen? We had a death to Morpheal from Beast, and then a bunch of 2 bombs on Morpheal. So the run's just going pretty good. We have 2 people entering AG, and Bruggles is still in the lead right now. Followed by Jacquaid, then Beast. And yeah, he's getting Zora armor, right? That's what he's doing?
Yeah, for sure. That'll definitely help him out a lot with Morpheal. He won't have to worry about drowning.
I am slightly familiar with this route, but not fully.
Odds are he's going to be doing King Bulman 2 skip here, so that's actually going to be interesting to see too. You can skip the King Bulman 2 fight on the bridge during the wagon escort just by doing a clip out with Epona.
Wait, did he restore the bridge? He doesn't have to do the double frame thing, right? Like he doesn't have to do the Epona slide out across the bridge, right? Since he's doing...
No, I don't think he does.
Yeah, he does. That trick is quite brutal and quite unfriendly. I don't know how used to Sloth is with this route, but that is quite a hard trick. Oh, he gets that clip pretty quick. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a very good setup for that.
This next part's pretty hard. He's practiced it? Alright. What's interesting is see another route. Okay, yeah, we see him doing some Epona slides. Maybe you heard me. He's like, hey, you know, I'll show you a bit of where my Epona slides.
The Epona slide there is actually awesome. I love it.
It is really cool. And it's actually so cool to get to see a runner go for a different route here. We're seeing 3 people do the exact same route, and then we're seeing Sloth out here doing a different route.
In Hundo, you do a cool trick here where you can manage to nab a 100 rupee chest during the escort before the wagon gets blown up by the cargo rock with the bomb. if you're quick enough, you can actually make it for that. But since this is just trying to beat the game and not getting everything, he probably won't worry about the rupee.
Actually, you'll see a runner named Simi. One of our runners named Simi will end up doing that too. It's actually good to be. You can save some time because you can pretty much get the ruby chest for free, but it is very, very time intensive. And so many runners don't go for it because of how brutal the little time zone, the amount of time you have to go get that ruby chest. It allows you to skip the one that they'll go skip is they will skip the 100 ruby and what's it called, Snow Peak. After getting the ball on chain, they skip that one. They'll do the save and quit immediately after getting ball on chain, and then they'll go get the one right in the first room of Snow Peak. Oh no, Sloth! Isn't he supposed to go void out or something? Oh wait. No, he's able to go Howl Epona back, right?
Oh yeah, I never actually thought about that.
Wait, is he doing Ruby roll? Wait a second.
Dude, let's go.
Beast routing out Ruby roll so that he could route it back in. This is kind of incredible. He gets it. He gets that part of it too. Okay, it's
don't bug, careful.
Slav, you might be behind, but you definitely have the Mad Lad crown right now. Like,
ooh.
Okay. Just use the LJ here. I think he's a little bit to the left.
Oh,
he still makes good stuff.
That was really close to missing.
All right, take the Mad Lad crown. You earned it for keeping this run going and for doing this. In our hearts, he's a winner.
I think Sloth wins.
This is why he's the Sloth God. Wait. He used to jump over this trigger, right?
He fought King Bulman 1, so he doesn't have to worry about that trigger, but he does have to skip the Minda one for the escort.
Alright, he's all good.
We're getting the Zora armor.
For a second I was about to be like, wait, doesn't it really hurt you? Does it stop like the game if he goes and hits King Bulman trigger? Wait, but he's all good here. Alright, and he's going to be picking up that Zora armor. Getting that nice upgrade. Sloth officially taking Mad Lad crown, dude.
I'm going to be curious to see if anyone here goes for a Death Sword skip. Bruggles is fighting him right now. We're going to see what happens.
Took the words
and as you guys might have seen earlier, he only had to get 3 pose for that door to open due to post skip. Looks like he's going for Death Sword skip. This will be fun to see.
All right, let's see. Does Bruggles say he's like I kind of want that Mad Lad crown too?
Wants the crown. He's wanting to gain that crown.
All right. Let's see.
Got a good setup going. Oh, he got it.
Go, Bruggles. That's a really hard trick to get. You thought to be task only for quite a long time, right? I believe you might have been around, JD, when it was considered. Yeah, this is not something no human's gonna go do.
Yeah, I was around before Death Sword skip was even known to be possible. And then I saw it happen, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, I bet no one's ever gonna go for that. And then people started doing it, and I was like, well.
Well. Maybe that'll happen with earliest Snow Peak too one day. We'll be like, no human's gonna go for this, and then one day.
You never know.
You never know. I hope I'm not running this game if we ever end up doing it though. I want to make that clear.
Bruggles is getting such a clean run right now.
Bruggles is actually just on very good pace. He's saving so much time. He just got a big gold. That might just be an actual goldness true. Like, his movement was so clean in AG here. And he just got Death Sword first try. That might just straight up be a big gold as in his actual splits. And yes, Mayhem, that is the trick where we jump over that wall. That is what Death Sword skip is. It's extremely tight. It is position perfect, right? It's like nearly position perfect, and then it's a frame, right? Isn't that how it's done?
Position, in my experience, is fairly lenient as long as you're in the general right spot, but it's just a few frames where the jump can work. It's like 2 or 3 frames, I want to say. But very close to position perfect, yeah.
It's quite unfun to go for, and actually, it's actually relied on by some RNG on dependent on where Death Sword goes. Because if he goes the wrong direction, you can't get it. So you have to
he'll
reset.
just sit there and do a staring contest with you.
Yep. So you have to reset, or you have to hit him again and hope he goes the right way. But it gets worse and worse every time that happens, and you start to literally save no time upon just killing. We're gonna actually be at the point
Beast
where
is short 4 rupees.
Yep.
3.
Oh, he did the ruby. Wait. He skipped ruby chest. He 100% skipped ruby chest. I think we were too mesmerized watching Sloth while he did it. But this man did skip the ruby chest. There's quite a few rubies that he can go pick up to make up this. There's summon skulls here and there. There's a 5 by the going for a boss key, or where we do the kind of like boss key skip thing, right? Where we go through the sands.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite many. I've been trying to learn this different route for rubies too, recently, and there's quite a lot of backups we have. Good on Beast for being one of the few people to show it off here.
Nice Stalwart fight for phase 1. Now, the second phase of Stalwart is interesting. There are a couple tricks you do to end it really quickly. Normally, you're supposed to follow Stalward's head on the spinner track, going around in a circle until you catch up to him. But you can actually knock him down right away instantly if you Ooh, he backhopped right into the void. Shoot,
he missed the ruby, too.
But you can knock Stalwart down right off the bat with very precise timing, or kind of precise timing, as to when you get on the spinner. And then after that, you can one-cycle him using chained quick spins. So the second phase of Stalwart ends pretty quickly.
So, to tell you guys why he ended up backflipping, I'm guessing that was a bit of a misinput. He was trying to get that ruby and skip the text box by doing an animation while grabbing the ruby. Which can skip the text box, which is why we skip that chest, in order to skip the animation of opening the chest and gain the red ruby text box. But unfortunately, he seemed to have failed it and voided out.
That Keys definitely would have messed up Sloth's LJA there if he hadn't boomeranged it.
Yeah. And we see Bruggles getting early knockdown. There's actually like 5 different... There's so many different ways to do early knockdown. There's a visual cue, there's 2 audio cues, there's a movement cue, or there's 1 audio cue, a visual cue, another visual cue, and then like a roll cue where it's you do a roll stab and then go. But it's pretty much 5 rolls and then do one of the many cues that people use.
Yeah, there are lots of ways you can find a cue for it. I personally use the audio cue of when he starts doing his roar before he shoots the fireball at you.
I like to
get
blast
used to when it is.
I like to blast my music, so I learned that visual cue. I was like, thank goodness. I couldn't even when I tried learning the audio cue, I couldn't get it. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess it's different for everyone.
After I picked up the visual, I don't think I've missed it. So it just seems, yeah, you find the one that works for you. Kind of like how Ruby Roll and many of the different tricks that we have. Today we probably saw a couple people do a backflip setup across the fence. We saw some people line themselves on a certain patch of grass for Ruby Roll. It depends on like how you want to set up the like exactly on that trick, but they all work. They just work in different ways.
Bruggles could PB with this pace. He could potentially get a 2:57 time.
That is really, really cool to see. That makes this race all the more tense and very, very exciting. Unfortunately, we just saw Sloth miss the shortcut on snowboarding, and he bonked. Did you catch Jacquaid? Did he do Death Sword, or did he just... I think he kills it. I don't know if Jacquaid does Death Sword skip.
Jacquaid killed him.
Yeah, Jacquaid killed him. Beast, if you get this somehow, buddy.
Oh, he didn't quite get him in target range.
I think he's got the right swing for it. I think he wants to get it. Let's see if Beast is gonna pull this one out. Oh, and he
Oh,
gets it.
he got it, yeah.
I had a bit of choppiness there, but yeah, you literally just like went over, and I got to see him do it.
I saw that same choppiness right at the moment. Yeah, I think it's his frames dropping.
Yeah, his frames dropped perfectly. He got desert right as the frames dropped. We couldn't handle him.
Spliced.
We just saw Bruggles do a thing where it's called early sin in the sky. We basically you're able to basically just turn to Wolf Link, when you're a human Link in a very lenient position there to just go straight through the owl statue. Like, it's extremely easy to learn it. Skips the whole entire city cutscene, hidden village, every little nuance for that thing. It just becomes obsolete after learning that trick. Alt Wi-Fi represent. So if Jacquaid about to answer...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were about to say the same thing.
Great minds think alike. What Soft just take a game over to? I think, was he going for Fruzzard skip and took a game over?
He was struggling, looks like, with the double LJA to the small key.
He was out of HP. Okay. So he just reset. Yeah, that's probably smart so that he doesn't, you need a certain amount of HP to be able to do Fruzzard skip. Well, you want to not die doing Fruzzard skip, and I think you take half a heart on it every time, right? So...
Yeah, half a heart.
And for people who are a bit, like, uncomfortable with the route, it's good to have more HP so that you can take a hit from the fight after. And we've definitely seen Sloth say... I mean, Sloth has done a couple things to be extra safe in these runs, but he's also done some extremely cool and risky stuff. Never gonna forget that Ruby roll we watched him do.
Nice freezer clip there using the safe strat, yep.
Jacquaid just wrapping up a good Stallard. Beast entering Stallard. And then we got Bruggles entering City. Man, City's such a fun... City's really fun in the any percent. We're about to see Bruggles go demonstrate, but this is probably the area where we abuse probably some of the most intense and cool LJAs. They're not too hard to learn, but they look extremely cool. This dungeon is pretty much LJAs and quick aiming, all around.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know. What are your thoughts? What's your favorite dungeon in the any percent?
Now, City is actually one of them. I love the LJAs you can do. They're pretty cool tricks like Uku Jump, and what we're about to see Bruggles do here is he's going to transform into a wolf before entering the next door. And what that's actually going to do is skip a trigger that activates the fan in the next room. And that's going to allow us to get the boss key early, a little bit later on in the dungeon. Jacquaid just beat Stallord. Beast is getting there. He's starting.
He got the early knockdown, the spin attacks, I believe, all of them real good. And we're literally Beast and Jacquaid are pretty much a boss fight, like a boss fights from like length away from each other. That's kind of crazy. These two are decently close.
Yeah, they've been pretty close for a while now.
We see funny thing that I want to mention real quick in the Zora armor route. Since we don't technically ever get the hero's tunic, he can never take off that Zora tunic that he just got. The Zora armor, he will never be able to take that off. He actually doesn't have the option to. It is two different matches. So the matches are Sloth, TheRealSlothGod versus bewildebeest, and then the second race is Jacquaid versus Bruggles, all happening at the same time, but two different races. Sloth getting boss key skip first try, very good. And you know he's about to one up everyone and get a 0 bomb here.
Yeah, how crazy.
How crazy. I'm gonna look at him. You need bombs? I don't. He's too cool for bombs, as he showed us. Bruggles about to do a little bit of a precise move. Oh, that is interesting. He uses the claw shot actually to aim that. That's super cool. So what he does there is he hops on that little ledge there in order to skip a cutscene of Argrok going on the bridge and then breaking it, if I recall correctly, right?
Yep.
That cutscene's now we're pretty much gonna once you get the double claw shots, that cutscene no longer can play, and so you won't have to worry about it after that. But we do that just to save a good amount of time.
Yeah, another thing that skipping that cutscene does for you is saves you some backtracking. So once you do the save warp after double claw shots, it'll take you back to where the small key was, which is exactly where. Oh, actually, that was more useful in the old any percent route. Sorry, but it still saves you some good backtracking, anyways.
That's the most unfortunate bonk. The bonk right at the top of AG, just hitting that in your head, right? Trying to circle into this little fight.
I know that bonk all too well.
Sorry if I confused anyone there. First ever 0 bomb in a run. Pog. You know, let's go Sloth. Sloth stealing the stream's heart.
It's amazing that he got that regrab. Some more fields down for Sloth. Nice. And this is what Bruggles is doing here is part of why I love City so much. It's just an LJA playground. Yeah, everything is just void, so it all works.
It's one of the rules of the LJA is if it's over a void, you'll get an LJA. It's extremely fun. Is Bruggles on PB pace? Technically, yes. Bruggles is on PB pace.
He can PB, yeah.
So we have to see that very fun fire unskippable cutscene of him rebuilding the cannon again. I think the audience just got to hear that one.
Yeah, we got early cannon going for Beast. Looks like he just got it. Yep. So now he'll be able to warp the cannon like Hylia and just go straight to City. We're about to see Uku jump on Bruggles' side. And that's going to skip activating a switch. And if he gets it here, you'll see what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Looking good so far. Nice. So you can grab onto that ledge just barely and skip that part of the room.
Has the L target method always been known there? So holding L target makes that trick very, very easy. But I know if you don't do L target, it makes it very hard. The trick becomes very, very hard to get.
Yeah, it helps you see how far you are from the ledge so you know when to release A for sure.
It also helps you line up. Like, you want to be nice and flat or like kind of horizontal with it. Making sure that your angle coming into it's good. If you're coming in from the side, I don't know if you can even get it. Like, if you're coming at a bad angle.
Ooh, nice one frame. I love that one frame that he just got.
That one frame is pretty cool.
It saves like a short amount of time because you don't have to watch Link fall before activating the cutscene. But what we're going to see here is a Ralphos skip. He's going to completely skip the mini-boss.
Uh-oh.
He might have just missed... Oh, he could still get it. Maybe he'll void out if he does, but... Could be second try.
Hopefully you get second try. Just go straight for the second try, buddy. This can be... It doesn't lose you too much time.
There's a single pixel where you can claw shot that target and just skip the fight. And then you do a save warp after so you can leave.
He's better lined up now. And he gets it. Alright. Only a little bit of time lost. I believe it's probably 20 and something seconds that he just lost there for missing it. Gets it on the
like
quick.
15?
Yeah, it's probably somewhere in the 15-20 there.
Yeah.
Probably right in there. Depending on how fast he gets it on the second try. So we have Beast entering city. We have Jacquaid zooming through city. We have Bruggles zooming through city. And I believe Sloth is dashing on through, or actually dash canceling through Minutes Desperate Hour right now. That's movement we need actually, because you can't dash, or like your dash is really slow, I believe, right? And so it's good to like, we do a combination of A, B to cancel the dashes. And that's the quickest movement we have during that section. It has been quite an exciting race. Also, as you guys just saw there, Bruggles was able to just avoid, he was able to walk there without doing anything fancy. That's because the cutscene's now gone. And he no longer has
I've
to
also
try to
noticed
avoid
that he started up the game again and spawned next to that small key chest, and that is because he skipped that cutscene earlier.
It's cool how
And
much
because
we
he
gain that
skipped
skipping.
the
Oh
fan,
no!
ooh, he got the thing. That's the thing.
Basically on most patches, I believe it's on most or all patches like that, there's a single pixel where you can just get stuck and Link won't actually go. Won't be able to climb up. He'll just be frozen there. And some save, or all of them lose time, but some lose more than others. I think that one's actually a bit of the okay one to get that to happen on, but that still sucks. It's a bit of a time loss that comes instantly.
Yeah. The reason he's able to come up here, as I kind of explained earlier, I guess, is that fan wasn't blowing, so he was able to claw shot up to those vines where he got that dead pixel. And that's because of the thing with the transforming into the wolf at the door, skipping the fan. Now he has the boss key. We're going to head to Argarok. Ooh, the LJ8.
Yep. He's pretty much, oh my, ooh, Beast want to look a little fancy here. The LJ is not easy to get. One, it doesn't save all too much time, but you have to do it extremely quickly if you wanted to save a good amount of time.
I believe two-hand grab on claw shotting vines is still a little faster.
For what I've heard, it depends on how quick the LJA is done. If you pretty much run into the straight LJA, like, which you probably need time to set up, but theoretically the LJA is the fastest, but it's kind of inhumane to expect someone to get it in that kind of speed, you know? It's definitely much easier and much safer to go for the claw over there. Let's see how Bruggles does with fan towers. There's a thing called quick fan tower, whatever, one cycle fan tower, however people want to call it.
Yeah, you can go up the fan tower a little more quickly if you are fast enough for skipping one cycle near the top. We also just got to see him do a really cool double LJA to get to this room and skip turning on the fan.
Welcome ZSR main channel. Thank you for the raid. Hope your races were fun today too.
Good to see you guys. Looks like he just barely missed that fast cycle.
That is rough, yeah. I find it kind of funny though. You'll see with all the other races that end up happening. It feels like TP starts before them and then ends after them all. It's kind of crazy how long this run is.
Now we're at Argarok for Bruggles. Beast and Jacquaid still making their way through the dungeon, and Sloth is making his way to the end of MDH. Looks like he just missed a jump there, unfortunately. Made it this time. Now there are several strategies to the Argarok fight. During the first phase, there are two cycles to it, basically, where you use your iron boots to pull him down to the ground. And the first one goes like normal, but normally after that he flies away and you have to claw shot to the very top to grab onto him again. You can actually skip that if you're very quick about claw shotting back onto one of the pillars after the first cycle. And you'll see what that looks like in just a second here.
It's kind of cool what you'll see runners do too. They also like have different areas where they'll stand to like for Argarok while waiting for him to come. There's Bruggles is the normal way of going to go get the heart for free. And he gets it. Funny enough, in this fight too, if you if you don't L target, I'll call it dry aim the claw shot on the first like the first frame you're able to on Argrok. You can actually soft lock the game here too.
Yeah, you get to fly around with him.
I think Bruggles just switched over to his PB splits, where he's plus 11 right now. He is 11 seconds off of PB.
Oh wow. I imagine he would probably be curious.
Yeah, he's probably cycling through here. He's like, well, this cutscene that he's currently in, it's a bit long. You got a good amount of time here to just kind of do whatever you want. So,
It's a good bathroom break.
yeah, this is probably this is probably the second best bathroom break in the game.
It's a similar time to Morpheal dying, I think.
Oh dang, Morpheal dying takes that. Yeah, I guess Morpheal cutscene's long, so I'll get out.
Beast is gonna do a Raffle skip here in just a second.
This is Alpha Skip is actually kind of bringing back. I think it's just overall movement. And Alpha Skip is gonna be what brings Jacquaid and Beast back together right here. This is like he's gonna be very little behind. I'll check on opening chest too where he is. So, or once he gets the item. 215.38. And then for him, 215.53. So is that 25 seconds difference right now? No, 15 seconds difference between the two runners right now. So Beast and Jacquaid are very close to each other. Sorry to compare them. They are two different races, but when all four are being kind of presented here, it's hard to not look at them all in one giant race, you know?
Yeah.
A funny thing with the Zora armor, it's actually faster to swim to fire than going around. We just saw Sloth go and do that.
That is true. You can also turn the camera away from the rest of Lake Hylia to prevent lag while you're doing that. Jacquaid getting early boss key in City.
Bruggles doing I believe that was a perfect Argrok fight. Getting through this fight quickly, getting out, hopefully trying to snap that little bit of time back from his PB and maybe claim a new PB here today.
The
I don't know if
Argrok
he has
fight is interesting, yeah.
It is literally, he's a Zelda cycle from his PB. I'm pretty sure. Like right around just a single Zelda cycle from his own PB right now.
Yeah, who knows what could happen now at this point. What you may have noticed Bruggles do there during the Argrok fight in the second phase was claw shot onto the P hat up there and have the iron boots on and just lower himself and wait quite a while before he claw shots to the next one. And what that actually does is it makes Argrok think that you fell. And when Argrok thinks that you fall down, he stops like circling around you, or facing you, I guess, so you can just circle around him and claw shot onto his back without him noticing.
It's quite interesting how we abuse his AI there in order to quickly go through that fight. We do it for all three hits, we abuse him in different ways.
Yeah, the third one is interesting. Changes up a little bit.
And that is exactly how it works. Once we complete City, the game treats it as if we've gone all of the pieces. I don't think they intended the game to be beaten in this order, so they already assume that once you've done City,
Nice.
all right, Beast. Didn't know that LJA could actually work there if you targeted the little.
As long as
bird there.
Cardrack's not the first target, or one of the first ones.
It's left versus right. In this race currently.
Bruggles equipped the iron boots before exiting City so that he could do that B attack just now and land on the bridge. Otherwise, you'll land in the water and have to climb out before you can warp.
analyzing these splits correctly, he just saved 5 extra seconds too in that final city. So he might be even closer to PB now.
He's definitely
way ahead of Sloth.
moving.
Yes, unfortunately, Sloth had a couple of really bad mishaps going, but he kept the run going, so Sloth is decently far behind, about 2 dungeons almost behind Beast, but he is a trooper who has kept going and given us a really good show today.
Honestly, he's the MVP right now.
Him and, like, we have Sloth, the unbreakable, and then we have Bruggles over here who might PB. So this has been a crazy interesting race to see today. It is really strong to see someone have so many unfortunate things happen and still keep going. That takes an unbreakable heart. Let's see. Both these guys are going for a little precise claw shot here to make sure they're getting up to the fight quick. Ooh, that was really good.
Yeah, Beast had a great one. And Bruggles is in Palace of Twilight right now on his way to getting the first soul.
Beast is doing a different tactic as we see him waiting over here. So if he perfectly got that, if he did it on the first frame available, he would soft fight the game there.
Honestly, I think he should probably be more careful.
that was he definitely wasn't too dangerous there, but he was maybe testing his luck a little bit. He was like, hey. I still love the videos that we have of I Wanna Fly. What's the song called? I'm trying to think.
I can fly.
I believe I can fly. And it's the soft lock on this fight where you fly around with Argrok. It's pretty fun. This community's got some good jokes on it.
There's a website link to that video, and the site is just that video.
It's pretty legendary. Both Beast and Jacquaid getting the first cycle there. It was very well done. Nothing much to say here. Most players are going to be playing these fights consistently. Once you're at a high level play, which all of these players really are, they aren't going to be making many mess ups on these fights. So funny thing right here, you guys are hearing the audio of Bruggles, and this is actually key to this fight. You're able to hear where Phantom Zant is going, which you really want to make sure he doesn't get off a full attack and spawn enemies, because then he's going to start spam teleporting around. You won't really be able to hit him without good luck. But you just saw Bruggles demonstrate a perfect fight, which is a stab, spin, spin, stab, spin, spin, stab, spin, 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 which will perfectly execute the fight. If you do too much damage to him, he'll start spam teleporting around too. So you have to kind of be careful. Bruggles missing a bit of the aim there. Since Sloth and Beast are using different routes, is Sloth actually behind? Sloth is very behind Beast. Beast is ahead by a whole dungeon right now. At the end of this route, the routes differences are very similar. The difference between them is man, I can't even say exact times here. It's a good chunk of time. Sloth has time save at Zant, does he?
I am not sure.
Whereas Beast saves time in AG. Because of bombs. Well, yeah, I know Beast will save time in so Beast will save more time in some strats. So currently, Sloth doesn't have bombs. In that route that he's doing, you don't get bombs. In the current one that Beast is doing, he has bombs. Bombs can be used to speed up some of the parts in Hyrule Castle. And bombs are also essential to another key fight in this route, which is going to be the Underwater Zant fight. Uh-oh. Okay, that's good. Beast missed the claw shot there for a second. I was a little bit scared he might miss it fully.
I don't know if we ever talked about the Poe that Sloth is currently fighting, but depending on which direction the Poe is in that you have to actually attack, you can do different actions or movements to make their next cycle happen much quicker.
It's quite interesting. It's like a guessing game between which one you do. Well,
Yeah,
not
and you
a
adjust
guessing.
your plan according to which one it is.
Yep. Bruggles is doing very good through his palace right now. Palace is a very easy place to make quick mistakes. We're about to see probably one of the meanest rooms of Twilight Princess, and it is currently the room that, or it's East Wing, Palace of Twilight.
Oh no, he
Oh,
fell
no.
down.
It really is unfun.
This is probably his second worst mistake he's made in the run compared to Pillar Clip.
If he recovers it early and doesn't get cycled over and over again, it shouldn't be too bad. He'll probably lose 20 plus seconds here easily. Like, and we're probably seeing a good 20-30 plus.
It's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate, but this room is a room where many people have made mistakes here. Hopefully the Zanhead doesn't do this, which is why this room ends up becoming one of the worst rooms. So Zanhead likes to spawn wherever it feels. Hey! At least he gets it there. So he's probably losing some time there. That might be...
He definitely will be,
gone.
unfortunately.
That might be PB gone. I don't know how much time CB is left in his run. But that
I think
might
PB could still happen.
It could. I don't know what his Zelda is either. So those are kind of the things that we don't have info on. Beast missing the slash on the bridge. He hit B too late, so he falls in the water. And Basil agreed, that room is very, very stupid. Okay, he gets the quick movement here though.
Looks like his PB had a 7 cycle Zelda.
Oh, that is not very friendly to get the fight.
But it had a lot of Triforce attacks.
Okay. There's also the fact that the space in between her attacks is also RNG, so you could technically get a quicker 7 cycle too. Crazy how much RNG actually goes into that final fight. Let's hope. Let's cross our fingers for our boy Bruggles here. See if he gets it. Oh no, Zant got off an attack. Oh, he didn't spawn anything though, so he's good. He's able to keep going.
Yeah, if Zant throws for the first time, it's still safe.
And he's done with it. Let's go. So that's a good Zant there. Oh, he's now comparing to PB. He's a little bit behind PB. He's a decent chunk behind PB, and that's before Buttersword. We're about to probably see him dip a little bit more below PB.
Nice, barely made it onto the stairs as they rose up.
Yeah, it's good. He's getting the L side there. We now have we have our other 2 racers, Beast and Jacquaid, both in pretty much like Beast and Jacquaid. It's hard not to compare them when they are very, very close to each other in their times. in the current race. I mean, not their PBs, but their current race. So these two are very close to each other here. We could see any mistakes in Palace give up either or's lead there on each other. Good L slides there from Bruggles. We do a trick called L sliding where you'll slide while pulling something up with the claw shot there. It saves a little bit of time and actually helps much more on the other wing, but it's still good here. It saves the minor time saves that you can get here are always worth it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure his PB might have had a mess up there too. I don't know where he splits on Buttersword, but he might not lose as much time as we thought he was. This wing.
Looks like it'll be around the same, I think.
Did Bruggles stream just
just went dark.
go dark for you? Huh.
Curious to see if he still splits.
Yeah, I wonder. We see his. It's back on him. Maybe we need a refresh here. Okay, his stream is still tabbed. All right, that's good to see. He did split. He's only 35 seconds away from PB.
He's back
it's
now?
back. Oh yeah, I know we're pretty far delayed from their actual streams, and now we're gonna probably be seeing them sync it up a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah, that's just to make sure that our commentary is synced up with the gameplay.
Yep, thank you, ma'am. So it all kind of comes down to what time save he has in the final. Oh, that sucks, Beast. Having those little guys hit you off in that ball, it literally slows you down so badly. I hate the little rats. Squeebles.
Yeah.
The little rodents ruining our palace. We have Sloth over here. I kind of want to see if Sloth goes for Death Sword. I actually don't know if he does.
I'm willing to bet he's going to do ball and chain strat.
You know, he might have the ball on chain out. You might be. What am I looking at? So did you see Death Sword float up and get
I
hit at
got
the
really
same time
nervous there for a second that he was going to clip out.
He can do that. That's
There's
the
a
thing.
very rare possibility that if you hit Death Sword just the right way, he will just infinitely rise up forever and clip out, and that's a soft lock.
Huh.
I got that in a race once.
Huh. You know, Sloth, you've shown us quite a lot today. Calm down, buddy. You've really shown me so many new things in one run. I didn't know that soft like existed. I'll write that down in my notes. He is the Sloth God. You know, he's really earned that title. Shown us every part of the run that exists. I see Bruggles goes for the safer way, where you get boss key first and then you go for the Xanahead on the island. So there's two different orders that people can do. They can rather go to this island first, get the Xanahead, and then go climb up and get the boss key and try and kill them as they're coming down. Or you do this way, which is safer. feel like every fourth trick there's a comment about how it could lead to a soft lock. Most of this game could just soft lock. Like, our run, like, rides on spaghetti code. This whole game is a soft lock. What do you mean? It's like we're soft locked playing the game for all of time, dude. And welcome, Ike.
I think he's making a call for help.
He's making a call for help. He wants to be done with TV. Put the controller down, Ike. We can get you help. There is therapy for this game.
Yes, we are here for you.
We are here for you. We have seen other people escape. Adam escaped this game. Many others have too. Alright, let's see how this early platform room goes. He didn't escape. Adam always comes back. Adam is
At
eternal.
some point, probably, yeah.
No way in, no way out. No, there's a way in. Because that's how we all got here.
The way in is passing sword and shield skip. And then you can't get out.
What am I watching, Bruggles? What did you just teach us? The way in is bow.
Did he really just...
What am I looking at? Like, Bruggles, like, you're blowing my mind, man. Is this another way to get early platform? Why does this seem so much better than the other way that we did this? This is normal. Why does this seem so much easier? It's not. Is that claw? Is the target there really hard to get? I'm guessing. He made it look like it was super easy. So.
Has Adam been showing up for your Hundo stream, Psych? Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Brothermans, yeah, this run is really fun. This run is super broken and pretty interesting to see all the different tricks that we get to do in here. We're about to see the air refill come in clutch again. If we couldn't do this, this fight would be a lot less fun.
Once again, another reason why the any % run is a miracle that it works. Even if we could do more fuel, well, I guess if you couldn't refill your air with bombs, you wouldn't be able to do either more fuel or Zant.
Yeah, we'd have to be doing ZA route forever. ZA route would be just G or GVZA route would be the most common route ran if we didn't have the water bomb thing. We have Sloth he misses early styler knockdown. That's a bit of a re-up. There's a backup with brake sliding, but I don't know how consistent he is with brake sliding. Yeah, the route would probably just literally be a minute slower. It wouldn't matter too much.
That is kind of funny to think about, yeah.
Oh, wait, what? And how the route would be without it?
Yeah, just how it wouldn't be that much slower, honestly.
I'm getting bullied by myself. Sloth, you're not getting bullied here, man. You want some confidence? Just us for like 2 seconds. Talking about how much will it takes to actually keep this run going. If earliest Snowpeak RTA strat is found, I'll be doing bites. We're rooting for you, Sloth. Don't forget that. Beast having a fairly... I know we haven't been mentioning them. I feel like the person we've been watching a lot of is Bruggles, because he's so close to PB here. But what Jacquaid and Beast have been going through here, we've been seeing Beast get perfect Phantom Zance and all that. Jacquaid has done commentary for a lot of things. Jacquaid has been probably the person commentating most of the runs for Wolfdash currently. I'm pretty sure he's the highest amount that he's commented. Didn't Bruggles last year was like the big commentator for it? For I think Wolfdash last year.
Yeah, he was commentating like everything. He was very helpful about that. This run he's having right now is the karma for helping out so much with Wolfdash.
Ooh, good job. Zant phase done. Or underwater Zant phase. Not just the Zant phase, but you know.
I missed it. Did he get the one cycle Goron Mine phase?
Oh, I definitely was not looking. I was definitely looking at Sloth. I was definitely looking at Sloth for that moment.
You're good.
Chat would have to actually be the one to tell us if Bruggles got one cycle Goron phase. No, I don't think he did. Alright, thank you, Mayhem. Yo, we just watched Bruggles and Jacquaid do a spin attack at the exact same time. That was kind of fun. And attack him in 2 cycles. No, did he have to attack Zant twice? Like, how many times did
Yeah, if he had to go up to Zant twice to attack him, that would be a 2 cycle, so he failed it.
That, yeah. He could have gotten a very quick 2 cycle, which is where he has to use the boomerang. Zant jumped at him twice, and that was it. We see Sloth about to enter city here too in just a second. Sloth is real winner because he won our hearts. Sloth owned our hearts right as the race began, not gonna lie. Alright, we see Jacquaid and Beast both going for the LJA as this allows you to get the early platform, and this is the other way. Bruggles demonstrated another method that I didn't know existed, which was cool. It's cool to get to learn more. Beast is just going for the claw shot here. Getting a quick claw shot can still give you this really easily. Gets it. He'll be able to make the cycle very, very easily. Zan jumped at him and he did a stop, then went back up through the boomerang again. Basically the quickest that you can do Mayhem is Zant goes on one side, you throw boomerang, or he goes to another side, throw boomerang again, then he shoots at you, you take damage, jump, spin, attack, do 3 hits, hold your 4th hit, wait a second, and then slash him, and it'll cycle him in one go. If you fail it, he will start jumping again, and then you just have to attack him. I believe you can just do another jump, spin, attack, and it kills after that.
Oh, Bruggles got the hay.
He's being mailman right now. No, he didn't get that. Okay, so he got 2 cycle then.
Chances of him PBing are very low, if not impossible now, but still sub 3 for sure.
It's pretty impossible, but we're definitely seeing him be able to pull out a sub 3 time here for sure. He can. Yeah. If we're hoping for good Zelda. So masculine, they call him the mailman. Yeah, dude, he comes out running. Comes out running screaming, hey.
Makes more testosterone than any of us do.
Oh, Bruggles misses the bonk there. You can bonk and still hit the zone. You go. My bad.
Oh no, you're good. Kind of forgot what I was gonna say.
You're talking about the mailman. His testosterone levels
Oh
being
yeah,
higher
how
than
he's
us
the
all.
incarnation of manliness.
Truly. Don't know what's louder, the mailman's yell or his shorts. Who knows? Oh my goodness. The mailman.
Probably his breathing from running all the time.
Dude, that man.
Probably got calves of steel.
Maybe the breathing of nervousness as he messes up all those mails that we see him. All the different mail that we see him trying to dry out throughout the run. We don't see it too much in the any percent, but we definitely see it in what's it called, in the casual playthrough.
Has a godlike pituitary gland? Yes.
Alright, so 2 people on I don't think Jacquaid one cycle. I'm pretty sure Jacquaid did not one cycle.
I barely missed it. I didn't quite catch it.
And we get Beast with the one cycle though.
Beast got it. Yeah, yes sir. Nice,
He
dude.
did. Okay, Jacquaid did get one cycle. Apparently, according to Crosser. We'll quote Crosser. We're taking the court if this is false information here. So Pillar Clip might be the difference of PB on Bruggles. It's probably Pillar Clip and a bit of other stuff that will separate him from PB right here. Definitely the Palace. What happened in Palace probably hurt him a bit more than anything else. Beast is indeed a beast. Nah, but in reality, yeah, that pillar clip might be the biggest separator between us. We'll have to see though. Let's hope he gets good Zelda.
He'll need it to even be close to even.
I've got we got 2 people going through the Zant fight. Literally, I wonder if we're just gonna see the rest of the race be Beast and Jacquaid fighting for second here. There is still Zelda. You know, their race could be decided by Zelda. That is very true. Bruggles is pretty much going through Hyrule Castle. I'm trying to put this into good words here. Hyrule Castle is a bit of a less exciting area in terms of the gameplay that we do here. The very standard, pretty much everyone will follow an extremely similar route here. We'll have minor variations depending on how they want to do things, but right here he's going to be trying to spam for a backflip or iron boots to get a save. You see him spamming the save here. He does not get it. We tested it today, and I can't remember exactly how many seconds it was. I can go check right now. So getting a save warp saves you about 5 seconds on no save warp, no tech skip. And then save warp, no tech skip it saves you 6 seconds on that.
Yeah, like 5 or 6.
So it is a considerably high amount of time that you can save here from getting that tech warp. Or a free time at least.
Bruggles just did a really cool skip there to skip that barrier with a jump attack into cutscene skip.
Oh that's a bit of a rip. He misses aiming just by a little bit each time there. So he's going to be doing this Dark Knight fight and using the ball and chain to kill him much quicker than just with slashes. Goes in here, gets 5 slashes to start off with. Now after this, he's going to be able to get 5 more slashes, which gets for his shield, so he can do the 6 slash. 2 hits, and then ball and chain should be the end of this fight. Yep. We have Jacquaid and Beast starting to enter. Let's see when they hit loading zone. I want to see their second difference right now. So upon entering Squidna scene, 57 or 49:57. They are 9 seconds apart. That's the difference between Beast and Jacquaid right now. Just to give you a bit of level. Zelda definitely might decide this race right here between these two. Though they are opponents, though, in the overarching race of all 4 of them. Seeing who gets second place will be pretty cool.
Just watch us to get a tie. That'd be sick.
Oh no, Bruggles! He missed the bomb on him.
Luckily, he didn't lose too much time from that, it looks like.
Yeah, it's not the worst time save. He was able to back it up pretty quick just by getting good time slashes there. Knowing how much HP he needed to get down before spinning him off.
Now we're going to be able to see him fight this Aralphos with the ball and chain in a kind of cool way. By pulling out the ball and chain right as it lands in front of him, he can swing it several times, and then as it comes back, it deals the final blow.
I hear after you pull him in. Oh, rips off. He missed getting the ledge grab there.
Oh man.
But that ball and chain strat is decently hard to get down. And aren't you supposed to, after pulling him and switching over to the ball and chain, you're supposed to move forward into him to guarantee that you get the hits?
Yeah.
That's something I didn't know until very recently. I was always struggling with it. I was like, I don't get what I'm doing wrong here. And someone's like, yeah, you gotta like move into him. Alright, we're about to see a bunch of random people that we barely see throughout the game. So JD, do you know who these people are?
Nope.
No clue, man. I haven't seen them at all.
Except that Russell guy. I think I saw him once, but...
Yeah.
Actually, no. Aru. We saw Aru, not Russell.
Oh, yeah. Basil. We're just messing around.
You almost had it, Basil.
Yeah, almost. Basil was like, "Ah, yes, the big brain. They get the joke." And then Basil's like, "Wait, do they?" I don't know if you're getting this too, but is soft stream buffering for you, JD?
Yeah, that is happening for me too.
Alright. Just want to make sure real quick. So Twilight Princess is an amazing game. A lot of us here love it. Yeah, it stops, and been giving the stream refreshes on my end too. Alright, thank you so much for the info. We don't see Bruggles going for Zack strat here. You can clip through that little barrier there and skip killing the enemies.
Yeah, it's pretty precise though.
It is. But it's pretty cool to do.
Yeah, I've been seeing people go for it lately.
It's quite fun. It feels pretty good to get it. We could see Beast gain back some of the time here just on getting the backflip save and quit right now. That'd be really good to see. If he gets that, that is a decent chunk he'll catch up on. He did not get it. Took me a little to realize, but yeah, if you get the backflip, you're able to skip that mid attacks that you just see there, and you're able to save and quit and just go immediately back. And there's still hope that we could get a Skyward. We could see Twilight Princess and Wind Waker maybe move to Switch. Hopefully. Sloth Stream is like dead too now. Like, you see this too, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing the same stuff that you have.
All right. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's starting it. He's still running. All right. We can't lose our best boy Sloth. Hey. So, JD, are all the streams going crazy for you right now?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
So currently we have all the
Yeah,
streams
you're gonna
going-
need to refresh the page. That can happen.
Yeah, okay. We got you. We're gonna
I
refresh it.
don't actually remember how I fix this. I think it's refreshing the page. Give me a second.
Okay, you're all good.
Oh man.
Do you want us to watch you on the Discord?
Oh
side?
no, this is a proxy crash. I'm gonna have to get in touch with somebody because this is not on my end. I can't fix that on my end. Hold up. I'm gonna
Do you want
quickly.
us to watch on Discord stream or?
No, this is also the restream.
Oh,
This is
no,
also
okay.
crashing the restream. I'm gonna swap the countdown. Actually, not countdown. Interview quickly. So, ignore this for a second, everyone. Just trying to get this fixed. But I think this might be a proxy crash. Yeah, this is a proxy crash. So do give me a second.
We've got them back. We've got Beast, Bruggles, and Jacquaid back now.
Okay. Let me refresh all of them on my end.
They're gone now.
Still going crazy for me.
I had them back for a little bit. All I can say is from the little frames I've gotten to see, Bruggles is about to be done with Beast Cannon phase. He's about to be in horseback on our side.
CSR radio time, poggers.
All right. Wait, are we back? I
Not
see all
yet.
4 now.
They're frozen, but I do see all 4.
Mine are frozen. Sloth is.
Oh, it's because they just need to be played. It
Oh.
might be fixed now.
Looks
It
like
might
it
be
has
fixed.
fixed itself. Yeah.
I'm gonna refresh real quick just to see if I get chat back.
Okay,
Chat
awesome.
is dead for me. Yep. I think we're back.
All right. Not sure what happened there. I'm guessing the internal framework just had a problem there.
Okay. I think we are all good and back now. Thank you so much for fixing that. I think we're about to see Bro. Is he able to get? I think yeah. This is sub 3.
Fortunately, can't fix SlothGod's stream being being still down.
Down on his end?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yes.
I think it is. Yeah, and I believe Sloth is still chugging along. He's going. He's still going through this.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to quit now if he didn't quit earlier. He's just going to continue schmoving, and we're about to see a 12-second Ganondorf fight here, and Bruggles will be finished. And looks like we can get a sub-3 time. It's close, but it can sub-3.
And
Nice.
59-58. GG Bruggles.
GG.
GG, dude. Very close sub-3, very awesome.
We're at 59-57 according to ZSR bot.
I just heard in the race room that Jacquaid will actually be finishing the run though, so we'll see. We'll have some more gameplay.
I think the other two are about to be on Zelda. Beast is a little bit more behind, I think, now than he was before, maybe? Yeah, he definitely seems like he's a little bit more behind than where he was. I don't know what happened to Hyrule.
So much chicken.
How many?
Alright, we got Bruggles in here.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey, Bruggles.
Hello, Bruggles.
Hi.
Good job, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that was actually a really good run for the most part. I think if I didn't miss Pillar Clip, that might have PB'd. I don't know. But yeah, wow.
I would say it's possible.
Yeah, I played pretty well. There were a few. I'm sorry that my capture card cut out. I hope it wasn't out for too long. But yeah.
That is mine. Put it down.
I played pretty well, I think.
You did very, very good, Bruggles. The whole run felt very, very good and fluid. You did pretty much everything extremely well. Yeah, it was pretty much Pillar Clip and then what's it called? East Wing.
Palace?
East Wing of Palace. That was probably the
Yeah.
only other major.
And second
time
try
lost in your
air
run.
alpha skip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also the area alpha skip. I don't know how much time, because you gotta really, like, after voiding out, you gotta pretty much immediately after. So
Yeah.
it wasn't
If
too
I
bad.
didn't miss or alpha skip, I'm pretty sure that would have golded.
You were going really fast through all of
Yeah,
six.
we're
there-
moving.
Impressive to see.
A lot of
That
this
you
run,
were-
honestly, was really, really clean. There were a few bad parts, but I mean, I know it's practice, you know?
Yeah. Thank you so much for putting on such a good show here and being one of the racers here today.
Of course, and my pleasure.
We're about to see the other two hopefully be done here soon. We have no clue what cycle Zelda you got, by the way. The stream was down fully there. Do you mind telling us what Zelda cycle you got?
Wait, for me?
Yes.
It went down? Oh,
No, for every, like, the restream crash, like.
I got a 9 cycle.
Okay.
Not the greatest. It was a little bit slow
Yeah.
of a 9 cycle as well.
So that's where the time kind of went. All right. I was wondering. I was like, I
Yeah,
felt like
I
you were
mean-
gonna get a bit of a lower sub 3 there, and then like it was mainly we didn't see the Zelda at all. So
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I also was not playing that fantastic towards the end, so I would hesitate to say Zelda killed it. Zelda kind of just finished the job, you know?
yeah, I mean, you got 250, 259, 58 on your splits. That's amazing. There are many
yeah.
sub 3s in the race.
Yeah, that's honestly, I'm really, really happy with this. I mean, not even that long ago, I never thought that I would get sub 3, and now I'm doing it in a race, so that's pretty cool.
I think I got a 2:59:59 actually during my first race with KitKat.
That's pretty good.
You beat mine by 1 second.
1 second, let's go. Yeah, and that was also a really, really good gold for Ganondorf. Like, I wonder what the fastest gold is, but like that was really, really clean.
During there, I'm guessing for B-scan and stuff like that, you were doing a lot of lag reduction strats.
Yeah. I don't know if
all-
you saw like
all of these all of Beast Canyon you were down. Like we didn't see anything of Beast. Like we came back at horseback pretty much. So from like Zelda to horseback, we were gone.
Yeah, Beast Cannon I was doing a lot of lag reduction. Like, I know one thing that I didn't even know about until recently. Like when you go into the corner and like break the fairy pot, if you just like keep the camera pointed in the corner, and, like don't turn around.
Oh yeah, that you save a lot of time just on the
Yeah.
lag reduction alone. The whole fight it literally has even in the Zelda phase there's a lot of lag reduction you can do depending on where she is. There's a dumb amount of time you can save off of just lag there.
Yeah, and then horseback was basically perfect.
Yeah.
It didn't lose his temperature.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I certainly enjoyed playing. That was very fun for me.
It was really fun to get the commentate over your run. Oh, one big thing I want to shout out. I thought it was really cool to see what's it called? That waterfall strat you did after getting the new bomb bag to deposit the bombs, where you like fell, you like side hopped and threw all the bombs. We were all of our jaws dropped. We were like, oh.
Yeah, that's a pretty new thing. It saves like 2 seconds. I think Nimzo came up with it.
It's pretty. It looks really cool. Is it really hard to pick up? Or...
It's really easy as well. Like the window for the side. Also, GG to Jacquaid. I don't know if it's on the restream
a bit.
Yet, but
Restream's
yeah,
a bit
restream's a bit delayed, but
bro.
yeah, it's pretty easy. There's a pretty big window for the side hop, so you can just react, and it saves 2 seconds. So.
Yeah, Jacquaid ends with a time of, here, give it a second. We have to say it's 306.5 or 4, nope.
Beautiful.
306.04.
Very, very nice.
And then we're about to see Beast literally follow him up right after him. Yes. Beast and Jacquaid both struggled at different points in the runs. There were small things they each did that ended up throwing a little bit of time here and there. Okay, let's see. I'm guessing they're gonna be coming in here soon too. In the waiting room. George, are you able to bring them in? Or Jacquaid?
Absolutely.
Hey, Jacquaid.
And then I think in a second we're gonna be having what's it called? We're gonna be having
Beast.
Yeah, Beast. Yeah, there we go. You pulled it spinner there for a second. GG to Beast too. 306.47.
GG guys.
You guys were within a minute of each other.
Yeah, the official time was at 306.09, but my splits say 306.04. It just like split super late for some reason.
Spinner strats for swag. Wait, really? That's pretty hype.
Also, congratulations, Bruggles.
Actually,
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my run was horrendous.
I'm sorry to hear it.
GG to all of you real quick. Congrats on your win, Beast, against Sloth, and congrats on your win, Bruggles, against Jacquaid. I mean, it was fun to watch all of you guys' runs. You guys all did really good in a lot of areas, but of course, like, definitely for Beast and Jacquaid definitely had a couple of spots that weren't as fun.
Yeah, this was, let's see, Arolfo skip, Messenger skip, and Rupee roll the run. Basically.
Oh wait, yeah, didn't you get like third try Ruby roll?
So I tried it, then I didn't get it in time. I voided. I tried it again, didn't get it. Tried it with the backup, got the blue, didn't actually get it even though I got the LJA. And then I had to like completely start again with a save. It was sad.
Oh man. Alright, Beast, let's hear some comments on your race too. How do you feel about the race?
Well, it could have been better. What's up?
I think that is Jacquaid. I think we hear, or not Jacquaid.
It was JD.
Yeah, JD. I think we hear someone in the back. Just a heads up.
I was wondering about that too.
That's my wife.
I got some.
there's someone whispering in the back. Not sure.
Yeah, that's.
JD, your house is haunted.
JD, you might have a ghost realm.
Yeah, I got some interesting eyeball RNG on Morpheal, and if I were a little smarter, I would have just died before the midway cutscene, because I knew I was gonna die after anyway.
I'm gonna
But
be honest.
I
thought
was
you were-
not that smart.
After everyone in chat was going, is he going for the pillar or the backup
No,
there? Where
I-
you should apparently land on a pillar.
No, I
right?
know about that, but I couldn't. I was in the center of the arena. You can't make it to the pillar in time.
Oh man.
Oh wow, that cupcake actually looks really good.
JD, we can hear you, by the way.
Are there enough
Oh.
cupcakes for all of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have enough to share with the class?
I would
Yeah,
like
sure.
a cupcake.
We're all waiting.
Come and
I'm
gather.
starving. Everyone's been here for a 3-hour run. I bet we're all a little hungry.
Sorry about all the noise.
Yeah,
No,
you're
that's
all
fine.
good.
Inconvenience, I get it.
Oh no, you're fine.
Anyways, I think to win this race, I had to play a little bit better than my averages, and Bruggles had to play a bit worse than his, and I played like 2 minutes worse than my averages.
And
And
I
I'm
played
imagining,
2 minutes
like-
better.
Yeah, there you go.
I think you got
So-
I think the inverse of what you wanted happened.
Yep.
Yes.
But I mean, hey, it was fun to see all the runs. I think it was
But
overall good.
Congrats,
it was
Bruggles.
good to see
Sub
someone.
3 in a race is awesome.
Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this.
It was also close to a PB. You almost had PB there. Like,
Yeah, if I think I'm gonna need to practice Palace. Honestly, that's really.
Yeah, I think
and
I
would say
in-
second half of City and Palace.
Yeah.
Or where it kind of died.
yeah, there
I
was,
think
there
it
was a
was,
bit
like-
less time compared to PB. It was hard because you were on average for a little while, and it was a little hard to tell because it was like on average it was like, hey, he's ahead, and I was just like,
I was
how much
actually
time-
tied at Spinner with my PB, but yeah.
How much time do you think Sloth has left in his run? Like, how much do you think it right now? East Wing Palace.
Half an
how,
hour.
how
maybe?
far are we? 20 minutes, yeah, somewhere in there. Half an hour, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Honestly, Sloth is the big MVP here. He's been
Yeah.
an absolute trooper.
We may have to send it over for Sloth. We probably can't finish this out on restream, but
That is okay.
we'll keep it going
Um,
until we're done talking.
He is definitely. I don't know if any of you guys saw Sloth's run. So first he had a rough time on Hugo. He got through Hugo, and then he ended up going into what's it called? He went for EMS, and he ended up missing EMS and killed all of the shadow beasts, and so he went all
Oh,
the way
no.
back to. So instead of quitting, like we would probably
Oh,
see
no.
what most of the community. No, wait. This man, what Sloth did was he was like, no, I'm gonna keep going. Redid everything. Redid Hugo. Got EMS. I think first try. And then kept the run going, and he did the Zora armor or Zora bite route.
Yeah, I guess that's only like less than 10 minutes of time lost, though.
He had the Hugos took a lot of time. Both Hugos were probably many tries.
Okay.
Hugo definitely took a lot. I think the first time was 5th try or 6th try Hugo, and then the second time around I have no clue. Because I think we were focusing on Bruggles or either, because that was when you were all very close to each other. Because I remember, Bruggles, did you get, you're the one who got GV. I know Beast got GV, and then...
Yeah, I got Gorge Void, but then
Yeah.
failed Pillar Clip, which I haven't done in a while, so
Hey, dude,
not too
it's-
happy about that. But
Yeah, Jacquaid was the one who didn't get it.
And then Beast, can I just say, you landing on the pillar was so sad. Like my heart broke the moment I saw that. I was like, oh no. The iron
Landing?
boots clank. Yeah, you clanked
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah, no, I failed twice. It's really unusual for me to miss that too. I don't know what was going. It is what it is.
I mean, it's interesting. Do you know why? Like, there's times where we can actually end up stepping on the pillar and then getting clipped back in. Like,
Well, I'm not really sure why. I had a weird camera angle there. I'm pretty sure I was just holding the wrong direction on control stick because I didn't really know where I was aiming. So I wasn't that much surprised.
all right, thank you.
Well, good
Of
job.
all the really stupid things I did this run, I'd really like to share one with Bruggles and Jacquaid. I think, I don't know if Keaton or JD, you guys noticed, but when I was trying to get the blue rupee right outside the boss Emperor's ground.
watched.
Oh, yeah, you saw that?
Yeah,
That was crazy.
I explained what happened there too.
Okay, well, Jacquaid, it was awesome. I
I
accidentally
noticed how your
targeted
backflip that you did there was perfectly placed right into the void of the sand.
It's perfect. I backflipped directly into the middle of the end pit. I was
And you
laughing out
missed the
loud. It was
rupee.
great. And it's the
Did y'all
rupee,
see
yeah.
my messenger skip?
I
That is
didn't.
great.
I
I
actually
read
I
about
didn't
it.
have anything. I wasn't like
So-
watching you guys for the most
So
part.
I had
but-
2 hearts after cave because I got owned by the keys, and then I like didn't actually LJ and just slipped off.
Oh yeah, and then you
And
just
and
killed
so I
everything.
grabbed a heart from a keys because it was like I'm gonna kill these keys and then grab a heart so that I can do the void still. And then after grabbing the heart, the keys I think hit me into the loading thing or whatever.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost a
That
minute.
is I was wondering because I remember I think we were watching Bruggles at that point. And then I just saw I was like, so interesting enough, we see Jacquaid over here. He's doing the washer fight. You'll see he's not going to be doing blind snowboarding. Instead, he's going to actually have vision. Right here. I was like, huh.
Yeah,
I-
yeah, because somebody with a 302 like kills them on purpose. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you really hate blind snowboarding. I don't know.
Oh god. I miss the rupees too. I swear they have like a smaller hitbox in SD.
Oh yeah, you literally like glossed over them all. That's actually some of the time you can save back for doing the watchers is getting the rubies and people will skip like red room. Also, wait, can we have a second? Beast, good job on skipping the ruby chest.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Well, thanks. I was rich going age, but in Po 3 room where you usually get a ton of greens, I got 1. So I still had to get the blue, which is why I backflipped into the void.
Do you know about the Po 4, the blue ruby and the skull? That's free that you can get.
I do, but I haven't. I don't go for that. Even if I had been comfortable going for that, I still have waited for the blue right boss key just because it's.
Yeah, that one's probably the safer one too for you to go for. I realized I was actually interested when I saw your ruby count. I was like, Beast is a lot of rubies. Beast is kind of rich. I was like, I wonder if he's.
I was rolling in it, yeah.
Yeah, you're rolling in though.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I could have gone for that, but I didn't because I figured I would get the ruby text anyways.
Even if you get the ruby text, it still saves some.
Yeah, but I was probably gonna bonk trying to get away from the chest.
Okay,
honestly.
okay. Now it might not save time. Then that's probably when the time is all gone. Is that pretty much it? I think that's all we have to say. Any last words you guys have?
Oh, I got
guess
Wolf
just-
to trip on the bridge in Lanayru Twilight again. I was proud
Oh,
of that.
nice.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess just thanks everyone for watching. GG to everyone. Yeah.
You guys did awesome. Thank you for the race.
Yeah, good everybody, and thanks for the commentary, and thanks for restream, George.
No problem, no problem. Just
You
before
bet.
we head out here, just wanna say one more thing, and that is there is one more thing that's happening on ZSR today, and that is the Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Random tournament. That's should actually be live on main right now. Let me just double check that. Obviously we're writing over to SlothGod here, but that should theoretically be going live right now. Am I looking it wrong on the schedule? Should be live. Oh, I guess the countdown's going a little bit short on that, but that's going to be live on ZSR main very shortly. So if you wanna watch some Zelda 2 rando, then that will be Alan Hafley versus Zanax42 in the third Swiss round of that tournament.
Lost says it starts in 10 minutes, by the way.
Huh? Yeah,
Lost Pirate says it starts in 10 minutes.
yeah, 10 minutes, which is about when the stream should be going live.
We gonna be what's it called? Rating Sloth, I'm guessing, right?
Yep, of course.
All right.
And and let me just double check it first. Yeah, there's one more match scheduled for the 3 more matches. Sorry, the next match is scheduled for pretty much tomorrow. Well, it's technically today, but tomorrow it's gonna be at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. That's gonna be winners bracket. I'm not sure why it says winners/losers bracket. I'm not just sure. It's because the first one is winners and the second one is losers. That's why. Right, it's gonna be another multicast. It's gonna be Zatling99 versus Ethernet Boys, and also Fina versus Swift Tiger. I hope I pronounced that right. In one multicast stream. So if you like the Twilight Princess, don't check that out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Aside from that, I think we'll send it over to SlothGod.
Yep. Go give Soft some love. Tell him.
Hell yeah.
Tell him how much of a trooper he is for keeping this for trooping on through
Hell
this
yeah.
whole entire run.
Oh yeah, and don't forget, because this is Winners Bracket, SlothGod is not out yet, so SlothGod still has a chance.
He is not. He gets to keep going actually.
Alright. That's it from it, folks. Catch you next time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Thank you guys. It's been awesome.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
All right, see you.